Good evening and welcome to more Tales from the Lost Emporium. I am your usual DM, Bushy, and tonight I am playing, so I'm going to very quickly hand you over to our DM for the evening. Before I do that, a very quick shout out to our sponsors, which are Monkey's Emporium and Lost Boys Pizza and Shade Glass Games. And we are very lucky to have our regulars from Lost Boys Pizza and Monkey's Emporium playing with us this evening. All right, then, G-Man, over to you.
Hello. Yeah, chaos is going to ensue because I've been put in charge again tonight. Oh my god, this is going to be exciting. The minion has the helm. So this should be good. So we're going to be we're eventually, probably at the end of this session, going to be starting Dragon Heist, but we've got to navigate our party from far north. So we'll get on and meet the rest of the players. So here we go.
Hello!
Hello.
My name's Johnny, and my character's called Felix, small bottom or Felix half bottom, depending where he is in the world. And he's halfling, he's a little shit, but he'll always try his hardest to help you and rob you.
Hi, I'm Pete from Lost Boys Pizza, and tonight I'm playing as Jeremiah Havoc. I'm human, I'm a monk with some control of the elements and an affinity for fire, and I get distracted very easily by shiny gold coins.
Hello again. I am Bushy, and tonight I'm playing Funkin' Philibrith. And I'm a first gnome, and well, to be honest, I've just come for a bit of a wander. I'm not quite sure, but I have this book, and this book has told me basically that I need to go. So, yes, that's what I'm doing this evening.
And a pleasure to meet you all, especially Fonkin with that awesome accent. Thank you very much. Okay, so in previous adventures, the established party of Jeremiah and Felix, and they had a cleric friend called Myrtle the Turtle. They headed north, and they were in the town of Bryn Shander, which is one of the 10 towns. It's very cold. They got equipped for the Arctic, and whilst they were in Bryn Shander, as always seems to be the way with this band, stuff went south really quickly. Not in terms of the weather, that stayed very northerly, but there was a giant attack on the town. And our heroes bravely saw this attack off almost single-handedly. So they are now known as the heroes of the West Gate, where they defeated the giant attack. And Bryn Shander sings songs of their heroism. But for Felix and Jeremiah, the cold weather certainly does not suit them. They are not cold weather creatures. They long for the kiss of the sunshine, sand in their feet on a nice hot beach. And they're getting somewhat homesick for these nicer climes. So, give me a second. So Myrtle, your old turtle friend, has decided that Bryn Shander's need of his services and that of the Platinum Lord that he worships is greater than your need. So he reluctantly bids you farewell as you decide to head south to warmer weather. He's going to stay to help heal the townsfolk that were injured by the strange rocks falling from the sky that were hurled by giants. You find out that the quickest way to leave Bryn Shander and get to nicer weather is by joining a caravan. It's led by a jovial dwarf named Harbeck Frosthorn. His caravan is assembled outside the West Gate, which is the gate which you are the heroes of, and you can see that repairs are underway. Jeremiah and Felix head through that gate, and just outside the town wall, there's the caravan being loaded up. And it's heading for the port town of Fireshire. It's going to go along the 10 trail, and it will meander its way through Huddlestone. The trip's going to take about 5 days. and you hope to secure passage on a vessel sailing from Fireshare to head to a much nicer climate. Harbeck is overjoyed to have 2 of the heroes of Westgate along on his journey, and he's agreed to pay you the princely sum of 50 gold pieces each for the journey because of the extra protection you provide.
Nice.
It should take 5 days, and this is the fastest way you can find out of Icewind Dale. Because let's not forget, you travelled here by Magic Flying Castle, which has simply disappeared. It's not something you have access to every day. There are a few others making up the caravan. You see 2 humans. They appear to be twins.
Kinky.
Harbeck introduces them as Henrik and Klaus Holmsen. They are tending to the Axebeaks. Now, Axebeaks, I have a picture of them somewhere. They're used like donkeys. They're like giant dodos.
Yeah. Like an ugly griffin.
Yes, definitely. So yeah, the caravan is made up of about 20 Axebeaks, and Henrik and Klaus tend to them. There's also a tabaxi with white fur who is bundled up in a huge polar bear skin coat. Harbeck points out that this is his bodyguard and trading partner, who goes by the name of Proud Snowflake. And Proud Snowflake is from a clan of tabaxi.
Here's your sorry to interrupt.
What's that?
Here's your Axebeaks.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you. I need to navigate my way back to... Brilliant. Yeah, so they do look ugly. But they're good. They carry a lot. Harbeck trades in furs predominantly, but also knucklehead trout. It's salted knucklehead trout. There's Axebeaks for you all to ride. Now, when he pointed out the tabaxi, Proud Snowflake, who friends can call Proud, the tabaxi was approaching a diminutive gnome who was sat cross-legged on a patch of grass, which is unusual because there's about 3 feet of snow everywhere, but there's a 15-foot area of grass with this curious little cube lying in the middle of. And this little gnome sort of there, almost in t-shirt, kind of just chilling out, as if they're not in the middle of a winter wonderland that it is. And the tabaxi approaches and starts speaking to the gnome, and the tabaxi takes off the coat. So you 2 guys see that, and like this gnome's just really chilling out, and the tabaxi sits down and they're chatting. Harbeck does tell you that the gnome has paid for the journey, so it's going the same way as you guys, but they're somewhat of an unknown quantity. So that's the setting. What do you guys wish to do?
So we're on a boat for 5 days.
No, you're on an Axebeak for 5 days to get to a boat.
We're traveling in a caravan of Axebeaks, so we're like side by side in like wingtip formation on Axebeaks. And we're traveling. And, we have an opportunity here. There's a kindly short fella there. You know, we're just 2 now, you and me, Felix. Some long-term company may be useful. Let's see what he's saying. Go and use your charm. See how he's doing today.
So I move over towards the gnome, and we've obviously been riding these things all day.
Aye.
So out loud, I smell it, and I say, and I thought it smelled bad on the outside. And then I walk across the gnome. I walk across the gnome, and I look down at him, and I, without anything, I just pass him my pipe.
I like that our little folk, we always carry pipes, we do. Good.
I look over my shoulder back at Jeremiah and I'm like, I've made friends.
Listen, I say, listen, he's gonna have to ride on your axe beak because you two are about the same size as one of me.
I think this is tall person humor that I don't understand.
The shortest.
I love that you think you're a tall person, by the way, Fifi.
So,
if you both enjoy the snow, please stay out there. Otherwise, you're welcome to come and enjoy the warmth.
So I investigate what he means by that. Is it like what the area around him? Is it like tropical? If I step into it, what's that about? Like
it's very cold. I think it's about
35 degrees.
Yeah, 35 degrees. So it's like height of summer warm.
Oh,
And
finally.
it's radiating from this little cube, which can be picked up and doesn't burn you, but it just radiates heat.
so I immediately look at him. I look at Jeremiah and I go, "He's riding with me. He's got built-in heater. He's got the built-in heater."
Fine. Can you pass me my fur out of the bag of holding in that case, please? I'll put on my fur. I'll put on my granny blanket. Jump back on my axe beak.
What color is it?
Nameless color. Nameless color. The color of fog.
So Bushy, why don't you tell us what Fonkin looks like?
So Fonkin is he's probably just pushing about 3 feet tall. Unusually for a gnome, he's got quite long hair. It's kind of walnut brown, but he's got quite a blonde, short-cut beard. It's got the twirly mustache and a little point, like he's waxed it over a number of days. And there's some braids in his long hair, kind of like the dwarfs do, although he's definitely not a dwarf. And as for his clothes, he's kind of just got loose fitting, kind of like a red, not quite silk, but that kind of loose cotton linen almost. Some people may say they look like pajamas,
Brilliant. So he's made a couple of friends, it would appear.
Friendly folk.
You get accustomed to the axe beaks, and you all figure out maybe 2 smaller ones are sharing. There is enough for an axe beak each, and the caravan sets off. So
I still insist on riding with the gnome.
even though there's an axe beak spare, brilliant.
Yeah, man. I jump on the back of him and I'm like, "Do you like music? What type of music do you like? I can do the monk stuff, honest."
I feel attacked.
No, we'll save that boring stuff for him over there, the tall one. But just play a tune, something we can have a little jig to.
I play the one about the 5 daughters in the hayfield. And the gnome with the parsnip for a nose.
Brilliant. So, you get chatting with Fonkin. You guys strike up a bit of a friendship. He doesn't tell you much about where his skills lie, but he did tell you that a book had told him to be there, and maybe he's got into a bit of religion. You don't quite know. He's keeping his cards close to his chest. The first 3 days pass largely uneventfully. You just get into the normal rhythm of just rocking on the back of these axe beaks with the snow swirling around. You're holding in your mind that you can finally get rid of this cold, cold weather. 5 days, that's all it's going to be. 5 days. You can hang in there, guys. You can do it. The evenings aren't too unpleasant because thanks to Fonkin's little cube, camping outside in the snow is quite nice.
I cast a dome over the top as well.
Yeah. So it looks like an igloo on the outside, but it's nice and warm and snow.
It's like tropical. I'm in my pants. I am in my pants.
You probably even figure out how to turn it into a sauna by pouring water on one side of it, maybe, and it sizzles.
Ooh, that sounds choice right now. Oh,
you are loving it.
Sauna after that battle. Definitely.
Felix keeps up morale of everybody by entertaining them with tunes in the evenings, so the misery of the journey doesn't set in too deep. You pass through Hundlestone and stay there for the third night. Although it's been quite pleasant, staying in a building, although it's a very functional, cramped, basic stone dwelling carved into a rock face, it just makes a nice change from the previous couple of nights. So again, you get to enjoy a meal of jugged hare, for which the town is famous, because your friend Harbeck travels this way a lot, and he's used to getting free food in this town.
Very good. And what was it we're eating? Sorry,
jugged hare.
Jugged hare.
Hare in a jug. There's other options available if you wish. There's spatchcock hare. There's stewed hare. There's fried bits of hare.
So hare is pretty much hare.
There's bog all other than hares living around here. So that's what they go for.
I love the spatchcock.
At least they're not shaving people and trying to cook that.
So the fourth day arrives. You guys are quite excited now. You're getting close. Soon you'll be away from this winter. However, it's a particularly fierce blizzard blows today, greatly reducing visibility. Harbeck's team, though, are professionals, and the twins managed to guide the Axebeaks, unerringly sticking to the path. The Axebeaks uncomplainingly trudge along the 10 trail. You started to become accustomed to this biting cold. However, as the afternoon approaches, the caravan negotiates its way through a strange formation of jagged, ice-crusted rocks. The temperature plummets even more. And any of you can make me a nature check?
Nature.
Nope.
I've got -1. Where are we at, boys?
I got +1. I got +1. That's any good.
So it's a halfling rolling.
I think he is.
Go, Fifi.
14 +1.
15. Cool. That's good enough. You have collected many tales and songs over the years, Felix. And you remember a children's nursery rhyme from the north about when the ice plummets and your breath feels jagged in your throat. Beware of the trolls, beware of the trolls.
Oh, hell's bells.
So, because it was such a dramatic drop in temperature, this nursery rhyme sticks in your mind, and you're like, maybe there was a bit of truth to this. So it's up to you if you alert your fellows.
I do, of course. I'm gonna lean over to my main man, Jeremiah. I'm gonna be like, in fact, I'm gonna use message cantrip,
Nice.
and I'm gonna be like, dude, this ain't right. Like, can I roll a perception check just to kind of?
Yeah. Yeah. Go on then.
Well,
See if you can figure out.
0. I mean, You've got my spider senses are tingling. I'm telling you, I'm like, there's shizzle going down here. 18 plus. So it's 20.
Nice. Brilliant. Okay, so yeah, you're heeding the warnings of the nursery rhyme, and you're staring out, and like the blizzards, the visibility isn't much, but you can see these rocks. And did that one to the left move? Yeah, it is. It's moving. Yeah. What's it doing approaching us? Oh my god, it's approaching the front of the caravan. That rock must be rolling into the axe beaks. It's about to make contact with them. What's going on?
There. I say.
So a rock's rolling towards us. A rock's rolling towards us, and we're on the axe beaks.
Yeah, so it's certainly going towards the first pair of axe beaks. You're not on the first ones.
So then, I see impending doom. If it's going on the first ones, then it's going to take out Harbeck first, who's kind of our Sherpa in this mess.
Yeah.
So I think that I'll sort of lean back on my background in sort of acrobatics, and I'll jump up and stand up on me on my creature, and I'll
I tap his ass and I go on, you sexy animal.
I'm gonna jump.
And I guess inspiration because I'm already inspired. I'm inspired straight away.
I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna jump off the axe beak and leap forwards and try and land on the rolling rock and do the thing that I used to do in the circus, where I used to balance on the balancing ball and try and steer it away from from the axe beak that's at the front of the pack.
Make an athletics or acrobatics check then. I'm guessing acrobatics.
16 athletics plus 6, so 22.
Brilliant. So I would like to point out that visibility was bad, and Felix only thought he saw a rock rolling down.
Oh, no.
You leap through the blizzard and land on this rock, but it's like squidgy, and you try to steer this rock, and that's when the ice troll rears up and takes offense to you being on its back. But it doesn't get a surprise round because it had no idea you were flying through the air and going to jump on its back. But you are now riding a very angry ice troll. So could everybody roll for initiative, please?
Oh, shit. 12.
16. Oh, I'm going to use the thing because everybody can see it. I think I've enjoyed. What's the name of this campaign, chap? Sorry.
Dragonheist.
Dragonheist.
So if anybody's still around, then if you go over to the Twitch channel, I've got a D&D Beyond overlay on there, so you can see our characters up on the stream as well at the moment. As they're part of this campaign, you can go in. I can bring things up.
Where's the link for that?
It's in. Oh, it should be everywhere, but it's twitch.tv.
Yeah.
/
Yeah.
Tales FTLE.
Tales
FTLE. Tales from the Lost Emporium, but
Tales from the Love of Everything.
I'm waiting for my phone to come back on. I'm going to do it.
And if you go over there, give us a like and a follow. It's appreciated.
We would love that.
I'm on 2 screens.
Oh, yeah.
I've gone all 18. I don't know. Can't handle it.
It's like you're living in a 3D world, man.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
So, initiatives. Fonkin, what did you roll?
Fonkin rolled 13.
13. Nice. And Felix?
17!
Nice.
And I think Jeremiah, you could do. I give you inspiration, so you can add a D8 to that, which will put you right up.
Yeah.
To take you.
Well, we're going to say Jeremiah will get an attack, a surprise round anyway.
I rolled a 12. I rolled a 12. Do I need it as well?
Yeah,
I should. You can save your inspiration if you like. You might want it to hit instead.
I'll save the inspo for a sec.
Yeah, it's up to you. I'm going to let you have a surprise round, but if you want to go higher up, you can. It's entirely up to you.
I'm good right now.
Okay, cool. So going first is Felix. So you saw Jeremiah leap off his axe beak, doing his normal stuff of, I remember my circus days, I've got this, guys. Trying to be the hero. And then you can vaguely make out a look of utter surprise on his face as it's not a rock. And this rock rears up and lets out a massive roar. And it's on its hind legs, and this massive troll's there, like swiping at Jeremiah as Jeremiah's getting ready to lay into it. Actually, yes. Sorry, Jeremiah, you get your surprise round first.
Okay, cool.
And while you're doing that, I've got a picture of the troll as well.
Can I use my inspiration from a surprise round?
Yeah, you can certainly use that.
Okay, cool. So surprise round.
D8.
Let's with close quarters. I feel like I'm standing on his shoulders. His head's between my legs. So double-handed axe handle attack.
Excellent.
So +8 with the inspiration. Plus D8, sorry, with the inspiration.
Yeah.
15 plus 1, so 16.
Yes. The axes bite deep, right into the neck / shoulders of this ice troll. So give
This
me damage.
ice troll.
There it is.
Look at that big nasty bastard.
He looks like the fella the Undertaker fought at WrestleMania 9.
The South American guy.
Giant Gonzalez. He lost by disqualification, but he knocked out the Undertaker with Harvey Rippleman's with the chloroform handkerchief. Anyway, we digress.
Amazing.
It was. I rolled 16. So we're hacking at his shoulders and neck, are we?
Yep.
I reckon so.
So how much damage you done?
Sorry, so I'm rolling D8 for damage, yeah?
Yes.
D8 or D6? D8. Where are we? Let's just roll here. Sorry, let's make this much easier so you can see. Nope, not that one. There's a 7.
Cool. So the axes, they sort of cut into the fur a bit and open like a small chunk, but it doesn't seem too bothered. It's more bothered that you emerged out of the blizzard and landed on it. Okay, Felix, it's now your go.
Bang in.
Sorry, unless Jeremiah, Jeremiah's got a second attack, hasn't he? Sorry, I keep forgetting. You've got 2 attacks.
Second attack, the axes are still in my hand. I pull them high above my head and hack as hard as I can down. And
Sorry, Felix, we will.
For damage, I roll a 4.
Did you hit? Yeah. Have you rolled to hit again?
Sorry, I didn't roll a D20 first. Sorry, my bad.
Sorry, you'll get to re-roll your damage then.
Yeah, that's fine. So 11. I don't know if 11 hits.
I'm afraid not. No. It was thrashing around a bit, and you just swung and gave it a bit of a shave rather than connecting with the flesh.
That's where they get all this hair from.
Do you have a bonus action or anything you want to do?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Cool. Felix, it is definitely your go now.
Awesome. So first of all, I want to make sure that I can see the troll. Can I see the troll?
You can definitely see the troll with Jeremiah on its back now.
Banging. Can I see Jeremiah as well? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Jeremiah's all right. So I'm just gonna. I'm just gonna look up at Jeremiah and this troll, and I'll be very quick. Jeremiah's gonna be sick, like I was. I cast fairy fire in that area for a minute.
Cool. So the troll's now lit up, isn't it? So it's
like a Christmas tree. I don't know if Jeremiah is as well. I'm just checking.
You get to choose who it is.
Oh, it's a shame. I'm going to pick Jeremiah as well.
You can light him up. It's your choice.
Yeah, I know it gives him disadvantage on attacks, but I'll look after him other ways. It just looks pretty. I just want him to be a pair of them, just like really nice. The snow in it.
Have you got anything else you want to do?
And then, can I do a cantrip as a bonus action?
Yes.
I'm gonna look across the troll and I'm gonna go, have you seen those teeth? What are you gonna eat? You can't eat me with that. That's horrible teeth. Horrible teeth. And as I'm saying it, yes, all verbal, that's good. I'm gonna vicious mockery as well, just because I can.
Brilliant.
So it's a 14 wisdom save, please.
Yeah, he's not going to make that. Yep, he's failed.
Oh. Okay, so that's done two damage.
Okay, cool.
Psychic.
Now, what you notice is the human twins. They are busy rounding up the Axebeaks and stopping them from panicking, because the Axebeaks have now got the scent of this troll, and all chaos is kicking off. So all people that are usually with the caravan, rather than try to fight the troll, they're trying to keep everything under control. And hey, they've got the heroes of Westgate with them, so this troll's nothing, right? But it is the troll's go. So, Jeremiah's all right. That's not going to be till next turn. First off, Jeremiah, because you're so close, you see where your axe bit in, and like ice seems to come out of the troll's skin and knit it back together.
Wow!
Ever so slightly.
You need to fire her.
Yeah, I did the magic missile one.
And then for its attack. Oh dear. Right.
This isn't going to be pretty.
It's going to.
We got a healer.
Me, apparently.
With 20 minutes, we need a healer.
I don't fancy your chances much. I'm going to be honest with you.
The good thing is, it's at disadvantage to hit you with both of its claws as it's trying to get you on its back like that. So, okay, that one's definitely a miss. Oh, that one is... Yeah, so it rolled a 30-20 to hit you.
To hit me?
Yeah.
Okay, oh yeah, that hits, yeah. AC 13.
And it does... Oh dear. 10 slashing damage.
Oh dear.
Okay.
And another...
What?
Another 3 cold damage.
Have you got any resistance as a plan or anything?
No, I was looking if I could use like if I could somehow like manipulate the fire or something with the 4 elements, but I don't think I can. Anyway.
Yeah, if you've got anything fire-based, now would be a really good time to use it.
It's coming. Yeah.
Thanks, DM.
Right, let me just see. Okay, why is it? Hang on. Everyone's gone off.
Oh, we've lost.
Oh, God.
Ooh, DM, come back to us. DM, come back.
we
We should
promised
all,
it would be good.
all just hide.
We should all hide.
We should just all hide so when he comes back, like, oh,
Pete's actually gone.
yeah.
I don't know.
Hello, world. How are you? Welcome to the Tales from the Emporium.
Yep.
I'm quite enjoying it this evening. We're doing the Dragon Heist.
Waterdeep Dragonheist. Yeah, man. It's nice to be playing with you as well, rather than just always behind the screen.
Yeah, no, man. Really good. Because I like to hear all your voices. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But it'd be nice to hear you play a character for a while rather than like 30 seconds before we decide to kill it.
Yeah, he's back.
Sorry about that. Everything locked up, and I was like, oh, I've got no idea what's going on now.
It happens to me quite a lot. Don't worry, Mum.
Need a massage.
Now I need to get back to the page that had everything on. It's that one. No, it's not that one. Oh, I've got too many pages open as well, which isn't helping.
Johnny, you had any new toys in this week?
Ah, loads of good stuff. Loads of really good stuff.
What you got?
I had a really nice.
Is that comic still there?
Yeah, man.
Is it? That looks.
I did a thing for. Have you heard of a thing called 5 O's? So oo.com.
No.
It's an app. It's a shop app. It's amazing. I worked with them today. I sold 1,500 quid in 3 minutes. It was brilliant. I sold a card in E-Man, a card in Greedo. Really good.
Do you have to call them ooh, or can you just call them ooh?
oo.com, but they got an app and everything, and I went live with them today, and it was like there was quite a lot of people watching. I nearly pulled myself.
Oh wow! It's all in Japanese.
Is that the way it proved itself?
Do you ever get anything? Do you know the anime Polar Bears Cafe, Shirokuma Cafe? Do you know the anime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I guess something, I look for you. I'm sorry.
Anything from Shirokuma Cafe. It's my absolute fave. I love it. It's very calming. The artwork's beautiful. You know, they're talking soft like Japanese voices. Very, very calming. Sunday morning. It's it's up there with the gummy bears and the raccoon for cartoons.
They were classics. Cool. I've got everything back up now. So,
What she said.
fortunately for you, Jeremiah, the troll can't reach around to bite you while you're on.
No reach around.
No reach around at all. It's not a polite troll. It doesn't understand the etiquette. So it just rumbles forward and collides with the first axe beak in its way, which is one of the ones with all the packs on. And it just takes it takes a massive chunk out of it and rips the axe beak's head off.
Oh my god!
The bird drops to the floor and it starts to crunch the skull of this axe beak in its mouth.
Who was riding the axe beak that it's taken down?
No one. It was one with supplies on.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Yeah, because there's like about 15 axe beaks for you. It's quite a long caravan. Fonkin, it's time for you to show the guys what you can do.
Can you do healing?
No.
Short night, lads.
How far away am I, first of all?
Oh, you're within 20 feet.
Okay. Well, let's not get too crazy, first of all. So I'm from kind of up my sleeve, kind of as I'm looking at the monk, I'll be chuckling like, and I'm going to throw a dagger at it.
Awesome.
So that is pretty poor. That's 11.
Can I at least catch the dagger?
Obviously, I was laughing too much.
Jeremiah can catch it if it's a normal dagger. Well, was it a normal one?
It was not, but he could still catch it, and then it could react and.
I choose not to catch it.
It's a wise choice, Jeremiah. It's a wise choice.
Oh, yes.
I can bring it back to me, though, can't I?
Yep, straight away.
Say it.
It would have done extra damage if it had hit, but it needed.
Yeah.
To. Have you got a bonus action or anything you want to do?
I should probably hex it, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Might be worth it.
Okay.
Yeah, you should.
Well, you foul ice bucket. How dare you try and hurt my new friends? And I am going to cast my curse. Ba-ba-bum. So it's a concentration spell. You place a curse on a creature that you can see within range. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever you hit it with an attack. And you can also choose one ability when you cast the spell, and the target has disadvantage on ability checks made with that chosen ability.
What ability would you like to choose?
I think Constitution.
Good one.
Ooh, okay.
Fucking hell.
Looks like a tough bugger. I would have picked that. He's going to be tough for me.
And that is my go.
Excellent. We are now at Jeremiah's normal turn.
Mm-hmm.
So it's no longer your surprise turn. This is your proper turn.
That's fine.
Now, unfortunately,
go on.
Before that, you're within 10 feet of the troll.
Yes.
Which means if you're within 10 feet, you take some cold damage.
Oh.
You take 5 points of cold damage.
Fuck.
This is the effect that like Felix had picked up on from the natural world. Like everything starts to freeze up because it just radiates cold and death. Are we going for a TPK here with my first ever outing?
Maybe.
I've not even been hit yet. You pipe down, DM. You pipe down.
So, Jeremiah, it's now your go proper.
I sort of shrink to the corner of the screen. So I think the impending sense of doom washes itself over me. The two arm blade hand axes get holstered for a second, and the two-hand attack with the bow staff comes out. And I'd like to spend a key point and summon Fangs of the Fire Snake and try and burn him.
Excellent.
Fangs of the Fire Snake. So 1 key point to increase 10. Deals 5 damage instead of bludgeoning, 1 key point when the attack hits, and an extra 1d10 fire damage. So I'm going to roll d20 first. Five.
So I think you've still got a Bardic Inspiration, haven't you? You got one, but
yeah,
you have got a second attack. So it's up to you. You could.
I think I'll go for the second attack straight away.
See how that works.
Crit fail.
It was a 1.
So, well, there's only one thing that can happen with a crit fail, really. That is, you lose your footing. Maybe you were so concerned. I don't think you don't spend the key point, do you? If you miss with your attacks.
No, I do not.
Cool, that's right. So
Keep when hits. Yeah.
You stowed your axes and you pulled out your bow staff and you started doing the hand gestures, and then you realise that at one point you have to go up on one foot in order to get the balance right to cool down the power of the fire serpent, and that's when you fall off and land with a thud in the snow by the feet of the troll. And we go to Felix's turn.
Okay, so then, from this visual standpoint, how is the monk looking?
Ropey.
Is he looking all squidgy?
I'm going to guess he's got quite a few open wounds on him.
Hmm.
Yeah, but does he look rough? Is it, you know? Because to be honest with you, I haven't got many evening spells, to be honest with you.
I've got a couple of potions of greater healing.
You might have to be scoffing him.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Because I haven't even got a cantrip heal, to be honest with you.
Don't worry.
Get him down, you gully.
No, but I have to wait till my turn before I can take them, don't I? Yeah.
Yeah, and the troll goes before you.
And the other problem I got as well, if I'm honest with you, is everything I've got an area of effect. Like, I wanted to let off Stinking Cloud, you'd be in it. I wanted to let off. There's loads of stuff, and I'm like, oh, there's nothing I can do.
You could do it so he's on the edge, so that, like, right where the edge of the cloud is, you just get the troll, and then there's like because he's like about 3 feet away from it, so there's enough room.
Yeah, well, if I can do a 3rd level spell, Stinking Cloud, then please.
Okay.
Right. You make a 20-foot radius sphere of yellow, nauseous gas, just like the shits in it. Each creature that is completely within the crowd at the start of his turn must make a Constitution saving throw.
Very
Now,
good.
my gnomic friend has already disadvantaged him on that.
Yep.
On a fail save, the creature spends its action that turn retching and reeling. So I lose action essentially.
So it completely wipes it out. Yep, that's really good.
And I'll ask for it can be dispelled with a moderate wind, 10 miles an hour, but it does last. It's concentration for up to a minute. So fairy fire goes away.
Yep.
And Stinking Cloud goes up. And I kind of, what have I got to do? I pull out my pocket, like cabbage leaves, these like rotten cabbage leaves. And I kind of roll them all together. Okay, and he starts to make a paste, and then I go, and all this cabbage smell starts stinking around the troll. He's not happy, I don't think.
Well, yeah, trolls do not like getting their 5 a day of fresh fruit and veg anyway. So, yeah, it should have an effect on him. Have you got a bonus action or anything, or do you want to take a move action?
Can I cast just Mage Hand?
Yep.
I'm just gonna cast it by the troll by Jeremiah.
Just to try and give Jeremiah some moral support.
Yeah.
It's like giving him the thumbs up.
Means next time it means I can move it if I want to and do anything I want.
Cool. Okay, so it is the ice troll's go. So he needs his con save at disadvantage.
Yes. Well done, gnome friend.
Ooh, so he gets a 9 on the con save. He does have +6.
Ooh.
Give me a second, because everything's. I think I'm about to drop out again, because all the videos.
Again.
Yeah.
I thought you just like frozen in place to really cement the kind of evil mastermind thing.
Just like an evil mastermind would.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where did you get that Satan comic, Johnny? Where's it from?
Loft. It'd be a loft clearance, man. That's where I get all my stuff
Do you know
from.
anything about it?
Well, it's legend to be Lemmy's favorite comic, isn't it?
Is
It's
it
like
really?
yeah.
Nice.
The only more rock and roll comic, as far as I'm concerned, is the Kiss #1 with the red back, where they use their blood in the ink. That's
No.
anyway.
They look nice in the restaurants. Anyway.
It's every time it doesn't like me switching between pages for some reason. Stupid thing. Let me close some of the stuff I've got down.
So it's a 14 Constitution, by the way.
Yeah. It failed with a 9, so they can do nothing except retch this turn.
Yes.
He would regenerate. He would regenerate though, which is a passive thing, but he's on full hit points, so he doesn't need to get any hit points back.
He's on full hit points.
Yeah, man. Burn him. Burn him. I'm like, burn him.
Trying.
So, Fonkin, over to you.
Well, so Fonkin's dagger is going to appear back in his hands, and he's going to spin it for a moment, and then he's going to like, this won't do. No. And he's going to blow into his hands, and he's going to summon Shadow Spawn.
What does this do?
So you call forth a shadowy... Oh, no, it's concentration. Shit. That means his thing will go. Do I want to do that?
What will draw?
If I cast Summon Shadow Spawn, I'd lose my Hex.
Yeah, lose your Hex.
Concentration. Huh?
Are you going to hit him?
Well, yeah, so my Summon Shadow Spawn calls forth a shadowy spirit, and it manifests in an occupied space. It goes on my go, and it can attack and do stuff. But if I do that, then maybe that's not the way to go. Damn it. I want to keep my Hex on because that worked well.
Yeah, it adds damage, doesn't it? Guaranteed.
Yeah. I don't want to give too much away, but it has a high con. It is a troll.
So he still slaps his hands together. He blows into them. And then he kind of pushes out. And this, it almost looks like a shadow that flies out from him. This kind of black, silky kind of liquid almost that shoots out. And I'm going to Eldritch Blast this motherfucker.
Yeah.
25.
What did you say you got?
25.
Oh, yeah, that easily hits.
Gnomes are the new Jedis.
Yoda was a gnome.
9 points of force damage.
Force. Okay, yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Cool. So yeah, that black liquid ball impacts upon the troll, and you see it hits it in the side, and it almost runs down it. Sorry?
I have a question. Sorry to interrupt. So because it's a cantrip and we're level 6, I get 2 beams of this. Does this mean I have to roll to hit twice, or?
Yeah, with Eldritch Blast, you do.
Okay. So I'll roll again in a moment. That's fine. I was just curious.
So the black liquid runs down and scorches its flesh as it's going. But it's over to your second beam then.
Oh, that's a 19 again. That's 25 again.
Definitely good.
We need that, though.
That's boss.
And that's 7, so 10 points of force damage.
Oh, cool. Again, you're being followed up shortly behind the first one, and it just starts to melt a bit more of that flesh on its side where its ribs are. Okay. It is now Jeremiah's go.
So I'm going to smash one of my potions of greater healing. So that's 4d4 plus 4. So 4d4 is 11 plus 4. So I grow 15. What's that? 11 plus 4. 11 plus 4 is 15, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Cool.
Lovely. And then
So
question.
That can be your bonus action.
Huh?
That can be your bonus action.
Okay, cool. And then question for DM: if I use my wand of magic missiles, what kind of what kind of damage does it inflict? Is it fire damage or
force? I believe.
Force damage. Okay.
Missile. Yeah.
So then because it doesn't miss, let's pull out the wand of magic missile and let's fire off 5 charges at this thing.
That's a lot of D4 damage, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I don't really think I've got an option at the moment. To be honest. So yeah, how much D4 damage is it? So 5 charges. It's 1d4 for each. It's 1d4 for each charge, right? So it's 5d4.
But your first charge gives you 3 anyway, so it's 3, and then plus another D4 for each level above level 1.
Okay. Plus another D4 for each level above level 1.
Yeah.
So 7d4.
So it's 7d4. That's what I'm rolling. 7d4.
Yeah.
Oh, Rattly. 18.
Oh.
Hold on a second. 18. Yeah, 18.
All these little magic missiles, pow, 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 hitting where the Eldritch Blast had got it. It's like a weak spot now where its ribs are underneath its arm. And you see them all shoot in there and start to open up this wound. So, Jeremiah, you've still got your move. Because it's completely incapacitated throwing up. I'm not going to let it get an attack of opportunity. If you want to move away, as it is, you're still like within range of it should it pass, but it's entirely up to you. If you move, it's then going to want to chase you probably.
Yeah. So my hit points back on 27. So I either attack or run away. That's the option, isn't it?
Yeah. You either stay there and take a beating, or
so remembering my days in the circus, I do.
Or you run away like the brave monk you are.
I'm going to do a double backflip and land back on my axe beak if it's all the same to everyone else.
Yeah, I won't ask for a roll.
Never, ever, ever.
So, we're now at the top of the round. So we're back to Felix.
Go, Fifi, go, Fifi, go.
It's looking, now that Jeremiah's backflipped away, it's like turned its eyes on him and it's looking
bravely
like...
backflipped away.
Bravely. Now that it's thrown up its last meal, it's now looking as if it's going to pursue Jeremiah, which is towards the rest of you, obviously.
Run the other way, you stupid person. Felix.
So I only say that because Felix, you're on mute, but you've got your stinking cloud to think about.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about now because I can move. I don't know. I don't want to make the game too much. Back it. I'm going to pull up my crossbow and I'm going to fire my crossbow.
Excellent.
17 plus 5 is 22.
Definitely hits. Nice.
1d8 plus 2. Let me find the d8. 2 seconds. Hang on. I'm struggling a minute. Hang on. So 6.
Cool. Yeah. Crossbow.
Right,
Hit.
8. Sorry, 8.
8.
And then can I take another attack? Have I got 2 attacks? Actions.
No, because you're not martial class. I don't think you do have.
2 weapon fighting. I don't know what that means.
You would need to be close to it, so to stab
Yeah.
it with a dagger.
That's all right then. So in that case, as a bonus action, I would like to just kind of like get my mage hand right underneath him between his legs and just like tickle it. Like all I'm really going for is a bit of a distraction, a bit of like.
Yeah, you're pretty sure you've managed to have some effect on it.
Cool.
Like the roar that it lets out isn't so much angry; it's more like,
Yeah.
and, it's feeling an unusual feeling that it's not felt for a long time.
After it's just been choked and felt up, I wanted to feel abused.
It feels violated. Yes, definitely.
Excellent. I mean,
He's going to be in like ice troll therapy, man.
you'll be running the classes. It'll be okay.
and with this odd, slightly bemused roar, it still has its eyes locked on where Jeremiah backflipped. First of all, it's going to try and pass its con save at disadvantage. It got a 9 again. So it looks all mean and surly, and then just throws up looking at you. Still keeping eye contact, Jeremiah.
Does he throw up snow?
No, it's bones and bits of fish heads. It's like they all just start to dribble out of its mouth, and it's locked with you, Jeremiah. It's eyeballing you. Fonkin.
Hello. Well, I suppose I just best deal with this as quickly as possible, and it's another Eldritch Blast from me.
Cool.
That is a 22 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits. Nice.
And that is only 4 points of damage.
Okay.
And then its second one is 18.
That hits.
Well done.
And that's 8 points of damage.
Fucking hell, come on.
Nice. Brilliant.
And then as my bonus action,
Is that a hex?
It's hexed, and as my bonus action, I'm going to use Maddening Hex.
Ooh.
So as a bonus action, you can deal +3 psychic damage to the target cursed by your hex spell. And also creatures of your choice within 5 feet of the cursed target, but there's nobody else there. So
Okay.
I can deal 3 psychic damage to him as well.
Was that for each hit as well, or is that just for one?
No, it just says as a bonus action by your hex spell, you can see within 30 feet. So yeah, so just 3 damage.
Brilliant.
I like it.
You've blown chunks off him now, like half. You can see exposed ribs and pulsing inner organs, and it's like its right arm isn't quite moving correctly now, and it's still just looking at Jeremiah and vomits dribbling out of its mouth.
What did you do to this man?
Jeremiah, it's your go.
Yeah. The bow staff is still close at hand, so I think I'd like to whip it out from behind myself and hold this thing by the neck, and once again spend a key point and try to summon Fangs of the Fire Snake.
Yes.
So are you running up to it and hitting it?
I say a little prayer, remembering the monastic tradition, and I roll A 13. No, hold on. No. Hold on. It's a 13 plus.
Yeah, because you've still got a Bardic Inspiration to use.
So it's 13 plus. It's 13 plus. Sorry, please excuse me.
The Bardic Inspiration's a D8 now as well, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
13 plus. So 13 plus D8. Heavens for that. Is 4. That's 17 to hit.
That hit. So I know you said you got the bow staff and got round its neck. You might want to just poke it.
I can only cast fangs with a two-handed attack, I think.
Yeah, so you might want to hold your bow staff and poke it, because if you get within it, you'll be in the stinking cloud.
Copy that.
So you can like prod it and push it further into the cloud as you do fangs of the fire snake. So cool. How much damage does your hit do? And it's fire damage, isn't it?
Yeah. What am I rolling for damage?
Two-handed bow staff, I think, might be about a D8.
D8.
Because it has two profiles, because there's one-handed and two-handed.
D8 is 6.
Was that 6?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, 6.
And it can't regenerate on its next turn, because it was fire damage, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else, Jeremiah?
I'm good for now, thanks.
Okay, Felix,
Yeah,
the top of the shop.
I mutter some prayers under my breath and pull my hood just a little bit over my eyes.
Cool. I look at the mage hand and I move the mage hand up. And I give him a wet willy. That's my bonus action. And then with my main action, I look at the monk and I think to myself, wouldn't it be nice if I could hold you, baby, even heal you for a while? And I send some loving, healing, healing word across them. So you get a 1d4 plus your spell casting level. What's my spell casting level? I know it. I never know it. Where do I find spell casting level, please?
Is it modifier?
Spell. What, your save or your spell attack? But yeah, in spells it should say up there.
Across the top.
Yeah. Okay, so 5. There you go, boy. You healed for 5.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. I'm back on full health, by the way, boys.
Woohoo!
One more thing, just for future reference, Fangs as Fire Snake. I should have rolled D10. I was being stupid. I rolled D8. But yeah, should have rolled, for reference, if we roll D10, we know. Okay.
We'll do extra damage if you hit it this turn.
No, it's
because
fine.
I said no. Yes.
Yes. I feel bad. I made a mistake. I feel bad.
It's all right. I can. How much damage did you do to it? Was it 6?
Yeah, 6. Yeah.
Give me a D10 then. Let me heal the 6 back.
Okay, hold on. Watching. 7.
Excellent.
There we go. Split the difference, DM. How's that?
It was worth it for the extra damage.
It was.
So it's now the ice trolls go. It first off going to try and make its con save at disadvantage again. Well, I've got 2 d20s and one of them came up a 19 and the other came up a 20. So with disadvantage, so its con,
way, man.
It got 25 on its con. So it has overcome the stinking cloud and finally pulled itself together and managing to keep its last lunch down. And Jeremiah, it's still eyeing you up.
What the fuck? What did I do? What did
You
I ever do?
poked it. You poked it and set fire to it, and
No,
you're within 10 feet. So
We're
first,
so close to the ground, Jeremiah, that he can't see us. He's so high up in the sky that he's just like.
so first off, Jeremiah, because you're so close, you feel that cold start to
Livid.
slow your blood down, and it gives you 3 points of cold damage.
Of course it does.
But that's just for starters.
Being back to full health.
This troll is very angry. So first of all, it's is it a disadvantage attacking? Yes, because okay. So I'm going to give it disadvantage because it's been touched up by Felix from afar, and it feels quite violated. While it was throwing off as well, while it was at its weakest point, Felix's mage hand was not being nice. We have got mature rating on this broadcast, right?
I
Yeah,
was checking CrossFit. I was like, honest, bless him. Like, I confirm that he is a 40-year-old troll who is healthy and safe. So don't worry.
So its first claw attack at Jeremiah.
The fuck.
Its lowest is an 18.
Smash him.
And it does 11 slashing damage and 2 cold damage. its second claw. Oh, it did roll a 20, but it's a disadvantage and it rolled a 2. So that ends up a 9. So it missed.
Okay.
And now it's bite, because it lets out this roar now that it's not thrown up. You still see bits of vomit and like a fish skeleton, like a cartoon one, hanging from one tooth.
You're getting Frenched by a troll giant.
And
Valentine's Day for
there's
everybody,
this big tongue comes lolling out, but it's not like a pink tongue. It's like a black and warty tongue, and it's like snaking up your cheek as its jaws try to close on you. And it gets, with disadvantage, a 25 to hit.
Yeah,
That's
if
another
that hits,
critical that I've wasted. Yeah.
Man.
And this does 10 piercing damage
keep going.
and another 2 cold damage.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
And that's the trolls go. It's Fonkin.
Well, so Fonkin is going to. He's going to bring out a small cylinder. Looks like it's been broken off like a panpipe type thing. And he's going to hold it up to his ear momentarily, frown, and then get a coin out and just tap it against the coin. And he's going to use Toll the Dead.
Oh, but
Baller.
And because he's got damage, it's 2d12.
yep.
So that is 12 points of damage.
Ooh.
And as he is hexed, he's going to take another 3 points of psychic damage with Maddening Hex.
The super hex. Yep. Okay.
And that's me.
So the reason why his other claw attack missed Jeremiah is that arm is pretty much out of commission now. Like I say, half of his body, like you can see bits hanging out now, and that arm's also trying to scoop in its innards now that it's got charred bits around the edge from where Jeremiah hit it. And Jeremiah, it's over to you.
Yeah, I mean I think that there are still some embers in the air from the fire snake that was summoned, and still very much got the bow staff, the staff in my hand, monastic tradition takes over, and I cast Fangs of the Fire Snake again.
Brilliant.
Kill the cunt. Get the fire. So,
Come on, Fire Snake. Fire Snake. Fire.
Yeah. There we go. Oh, Jesus. So I roll 11 to hit.
You do have a Bardic Inspiration.
So what's
Just to
that
remind
plus? What's that plus?
So plus 1d8.
Plus
If you
D8.
wish to use it.
Let's roll that now. Get 7, so 18's a hit in that case.
Yeah, that hits.
And then the damage is 4 plus D10. D10 is 7.
Cool. So 11.
Yes.
Brilliant. Ooh, this is not looking a healthy troll anymore.
Yes.
Again, the flames come out of your staff as you poke it into this gaping wound in its side. You're ignoring its tongue gently caressing your cheek as its jaws are still wide open. And the snake swirls inside it and like curls around some of the ribs and then pops out its mouth and leaves scorch marks behind it. Felix, you're up.
I can cast command, right, as a bonus action.
Yes.
Does that mean he loses his turn if I command him something, or if somebody attacks him? How does it work on this one? Because I've never used command before.
Isn't command like charm, and it won't work if you're dealing damage to him? I'm not sure if it works in combat. Hang on, we can check.
No, I want him to basically, for the next 6 seconds, dance on a spot. Like full dancing, full theatre show, like show me your moves.
Can it be Michael Jackson's Thriller?
Yeah. I like doing it with him. So I'm like, you will copy everything I do.
So let's just see what it says. We just need to check. Right. I've got to check, see what languages it understands.
Well, that's what I was going to say. There's an order I can do this, because if I do the tongues, hang on, 2 seconds. Sorry, I'm taking so long.
No, it's all right.
I'm just watching. I'm really sorry. But I can't hit very many things. I haven't got many spells to do stuff like that, so I have to do stupid shit. Oh, why can't I find tongues? I should just be there.
Let me see if it understands. Does it speak common? No. It doesn't.
Of course it doesn't. The troll.
It does only speak one language.
Right. This.
I was trying to think of some sort of snow joke there, and nothing came. I was trying. I was racking my head to think of something. Snow joke came. Hey!
So I give up on. I try and dominate it, and I look it deep in the eyes and I go, "Dance for me, motherfucker." And then I realize, oh shit, it doesn't understand what I'm saying. So the sheer, oh fuck! I shoot the crossbow at the.
What I would say is the allure in Felix's eyes, though, as he makes contacts and tries to issue this command. Like one hand does come up as if it's going to do so, it sort of does that, and then it just goes, shakes its head.
You know, like
Does it know Felix is the one that violated it?
Right, one time this woman told me, right, that if a dog's biting another dog, you should put the finger up your ass to stop her biting him. So I've seen this has happened to Jeremiah now, right, with his troll biting. So I'm like, up your ass up the trolls. I'm like, get off him.
Did you know the way that you get a ferret to release its bite as well, if it's a male ferret?
How do you do it?
Famously featured on TV. You squeeze its testicles.
Yeah, flick them, I would.
I don't know what kind of TV you watch, G, to be honest. But
it was a really famous chat show. It was like Parkinson or something years ago.
Oh yeah, when he gets bit by the thing, yeah, man. I remember.
That's classic, isn't it?
So really, okay. So where was it? Sorry, I messed everything up. I've messed the world up. So we, what did I do? Right. So as a bonus action, I tried to do command. That didn't work. So I'm just going to shoot them with a crossbow, and I'm going to get. I'm going to use. Oh, hang on. Plus 4, 16.
16.
Nice.
Yep, that hits.
Yes. So this is always a lot, this one. Oh, 1d8. Hang on. Sorry I'm taking so long. I'm crap this game.
You're all right.
6, 7, 8 again!
8, nice. Again, it looks like your bolt hit an open vital organ, and it's pierced there, and it's just hanging out of the side of this troll as it lets out a bit of a wail, and it's now the troll's go. It can't regenerate because it took fire damage. So all it can do is attack Jeremiah.
Oh
no! Is the stinking cloud still there?
No.
Or is it gone?
It's concentration. Well, it depends if you say I did try and maybe cast the command, so I would the stinking cloud would have dropped because of concentration.
Yeah, no worries. So, still going to give it disadvantage because you guys have done some horrible things to this troll. It is emotionally scarred in a way that it's never expected to be. So, the first claw attack at Jeremiah. Jeremiah, give me an attack of opportunity as it tried to move its damaged arm, and it rolled a natural 1.
So D20 for an attack of an opportunity.
Yeah.
Bro. 4.
It opened itself up for you to do an attack, and you missed. So now it's second claw attack. It did marginally better. It got a 2 on that one. And now the bit that Jeremiah loves, the tongue is coming out of its mouth again, and its jaws are opening wide. And it gets a 17.
Damage?
Hit.
No, that's the
hit. That's a hit or is that damage?
Hit.
The hit? Oh, yeah, that hits, yeah.
Okay, so it does 6 piercing and 4 cold damage.
I'm dead.
How are you feeling? Are you down? Are you dropped?
I'm dead.
You down?
I'm down.
Oh, wicked!
So the trolls.
Can I use my dying breath to save my other potion of greater healing, please?
You'll get death saves now. You'll be fine.
Easy for you to say.
So, like the mouth clamped down on the side of your shoulder, and the tongue was going in your eyes, and then you suddenly feel the cold embrace of darkness, and your body slumps to the snow. And the troll lets out a triumphant roar as then its eyes fix on the two little ones. Fonkin, it's over to you.
Bring it on you. Fucking iceboard. And he's getting more angry now and starting to kind of bit of spittle coming out with his angry. Right, Eldritch Blast. 14.
That misses, unfortunately.
Well, that one's going to miss then because that's 8.
It's seeing Jeremiah just drop lifelessly to the floor. Put you off.
Okay, fine. It's just going to have its Maddening Hex and it's going to have 3 points of psychic damage.
Have that. Giving him a headache.
It is in a really bad way. Jeremiah, we're over to you. Would you like to give me your first death save?
Over 10.
Yeah, so just one d20.
Yeah.
And you've got to roll. Basically, you're looking for double digits. Anything that's double digits is good.
I've got 14s on the screen.
You have 1 success. So you're looking for three of the same kind. So there's your first one. So that's good.
I'm marking it on D&D Beyond.
I mean, how attached are you to Jeremiah? Because
I mean, more attached now that he might be fated, to be really honest with you.
I'm just asking because, you know, a successful hit by an enemy when you're down does 2 failures automatically. But
in the words of Ilya Dragunov in Rocky IV, if he dies, he dies.
Felix, it's your go.
Take him out, Felix. Come on.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't got any eating potions. We normally play with Myrtle, and Myrtle's like...
Myrtle's all over it. Where's Myrtle?
He's doing the work of his lord. Yeah.
So basically, I am a bit dodgy, I'll be honest with you. However, it is lucky that I have got Healing Word. So I'll cast it at level 3. And he gets... Oh, that's good. 1, 9, 9, 9 plus 3. 10, 12 points of healing. So I look across at Jeremiah and I'm like, Myrtle. I'm like, Myrtle, I blame all this on you. You slow fucker. Right. And as Jeremiah's coming around, all he hears is, always look on the bright.
So I'm back with 12 hit points. That's what we're saying, yeah?
Yeah, and a mouthful of snow because you went face first into the snow.
And I would like to Bardic Inspiration him as a bonus action.
Brilliant.
Thank you. And I will stay, as I'm assuming that I am not within striking distance of this.
You guys are within 20 feet of it. You can take the option to move away now if you like and leave Fonkin in the danger zone. Yes, I am. I jump out of the saddle. I slide down the side of this thing. I don't have to outrun him. I just have to outrun Frumpkin.
Wow.
So I was about to roll to see who he's going to attack because he's convinced that Jeremiah is out of the action, and it wants to get down to eating everything that's here. So, Fonkin, it comes stomping over to you, still on your axe beak, I'm presuming, that Felix has jumped off the back of.
I'm legged it.
Okay.
Pats on the front of my trousers. I have pissed my knickers. Now I've seen just Jeremiah die in front of my eyes. I'm like, Jesus, I'm out.
So, Fonkin, the first attack only gets a 9.
Oh, that's good.
The second swipe of its gammy arm gets a 12.
Nope.
Okay. And now the part that Jeremiah loved so much, the jaws open and the black blistered tongue comes out.
The light.
And it only got a it only got a 9. So, so it has completely failed to hit you.
Are you waiting up, lad?
Leather armor, yeah.
Over your like. So I'm thinking, like, you know, the guy from Willow, the chieftain from Willow,
Yeah.
with the baggy red velvet trousers.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you.
Brilliant. So, Fonkin, this troll is up in your face.
How battered does he look?
Oh, incredibly.
I'll be 2 seconds.
Like you can see many of its internal organs, and quite a few of them are damaged, and it's struggling to knit them together.
Okay. So.
Oh, actually, it did heal. It did heal, actually.
Fonkin is going to kind of mutter to himself and be like, I want today nothing more than to sit with my cube, but I suppose. He claps his hands together again and he starts to whisper slowly into his hands, and he's going to cast Dissonant Whispers. So you whisper a discordant melody that only one creature of your choice within range can hear, racking it with terrible pain. The target must make a wisdom saving throw, and on a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage. And then because of the warlock casting it at the highest level that they can, it's actually 5d6 damage. If you
nice.
It rolled a 3 and it gets -1 to its wisdom. So
okay, so it takes 5d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speeds allow away from you.
Excellent.
Okay.
It runs like
here
60
we go.
feet then. Oh no, 30 feet.
14 damage. I rolled 3 ones, man, out of those 5d6.
Brilliant. It is now 30 feet away from you guys.
That's good.
It will be Jeremiah's go next.
Thank you. Sorry.
And he's back. That was brilliant timing. Fonkin has scared the troll and it's run away, damaged. It's like 30 feet away from you now.
Okay.
You're welcome.
And thank you. On a scale of 1 of almost dead, where do we think the troll's at? And what's the feeling? He's a resilient. I'll give him that.
It's looking a lot less of a real troll now. There's big bits of it missing. You've dealt a lot of damage.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So if he's what, 20 feet away?
30.
Cool. In which case, I'm going to use Fist of Unbroken Air. So I spend 2 key points, and a chosen creature within 30 feet must make a strength saving throw, so DC 10. On failure, it takes 3d10 bludgeoning damage plus extra 1d10 bludgeoning damage for each additional key points I spend.
Okay.
And you can put the creature up to 20 feet away from you and knock it prone.
So strength save, it makes a 14.
Okay.
So is it like a wall of air hits it and it just shrugs it off? Okay.
Yeah, so it doesn't hit then, does it?
No, I'm afraid not. Past it. But does it do half damage or anything if it passes?
No, it doesn't. No, it's an action in combat. It doesn't say that I do it in association with anything else. It's just as an attack. Yeah. So there's nothing to alter it to hit.
Okay. You've got a bonus action you can take if you want. Have you got any more healing potions?
Use key points, man. Use all them key points.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do the Fist of Unbroken Air again. If it hits, it'll cause him some mayhem, I think.
Okay, I'll let you do that.
So you have to, yeah.
It rolled an 11 that time.
An 11.
Yeah.
Bollocks. Okay.
It gets +4 to its strength. It's a pretty hulking beast. Felix, we're over to you. You're about 50 feet away from it because you chose to run away a bit and save yourself.
Oh, I just want to put it down, and I've got absolutely nothing to put it down. I'm gonna shoot there with a crossbow again.
Excellent.
So I've climbed down off this bloody thing, right? I've realised how cold I am. I'm seeing this little gnome just knock this bloody great big troll back 30 feet. I've seen Jeremiah try to blow it over twice, and I've gone sod. It's just as cold. I've climbed back up on by the side of the gnome, back in his warm little bubble. And I'd pull my crossbow out, and I'd bing! Oh no! 7 plus, not much. Tax plus 5, 12.
Unfortunately, it's because the blizzard's still going.
Can I
Just
roll a
miss
luck? Am I allowed to roll a luck?
You've got luck points to spend, haven't you? Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah, you'll have replenished them all.
Oh, that's better. 18.
Yeah,
plus,
that hits.
Plus 5, 23.
Okay.
And
So you whispered a prayer to whatever god it is you worship, and it's almost like the crossbow bolt curved and hit the troll in the side of the head.
6, 10, 12 points of damage.
Hey.
Ooh, I mean, the troll looks visibly stunned. Maybe you've pierced its brain, and it's sort of wobbling really unsteadily on its feet.
Okay.
It is. You got a bonus action?
Yeah, I'm going to vicious mockery here. So I'm going to be, dude, why are you bothering? If stomach's hanging out, right, just roll over and we'll stick a pipe up your ass and we'll call you a troll kebab. 2d4. I got a 14 wisdom, please.
Okay. It got a 5.
Excellent. I like to think that he cries a little bit as I look at him. He knows. 4 points plus 8 points.
8 points of damage. Okay. So, how do you want to kill it with this vicious mockery?
Yeah!
Are you kidding me?
I literally wanted to curl up and like into a ball, full nervous breakdown, full like traumatic experience. Just gives up on life. Just doesn't want to live anymore. It's not worth it.
I think realization of where that that mage hand had come from finally hits it. And that's when it just chose to give up on life.
Oh,
Well done. It had 5 hit points left.
yeah.
That was a son of a bitch, man. It's
It's because
I should not have pissed it off.
Yeah, you definitely missed a tank and a healer there. But,
yeah,
you still got round it.
Just reading ahead, I think that there's more stuff with fire I could have done, to be honest, but it's just what's in my arsenal.
Fire was the key, and
but it wasn't hitting. Red Dragon
nailing its con saves as well was another good call.
Yeah, that's a really good call.
Because it should sail through a con save. It had +7.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough, isn't it?
It was a good, gnarly, bloody battle. I liked it.
We shall have a short break there, if that's all right with everybody.
Yeah.
Now that you had that slog of a combat to get through, you can have a few minutes to collect your thoughts, and then we'll rejoin the action in about 10 minutes.
Great stuff. Thanks, DM.
No worries. Thank you, guys.
Guys. Yo, welcome back to more Tales from the Lost Emporium. So I know I'm a little bit early than planned, but I thought it was probably good just to do a little hi again and kind of just talk around who we are and what we're doing and stuff. So I'll bring the guys back in if they're around. I know there's G.
Hey.
I think the others are there, so let me bring them back in, and they can bring things up too. Here we go. So we're all back in. So just in the middle of all of this, I know that we're kicking off Dragonheist tonight, and we've done some Cthulhu last night, but so for me, this stream and the way that we started everything out was through running stuff with Monkey's Emporium, and with Pete with Lost Boys Pizza, running D&D and doing stuff down in London while I was working down there. And now with the pandemic, everything's gone mental, and we've all been remote for ages. So we've got a couple of guys down in London. We've got us up in Nottingham. Like, everyone's gone mental. So we started doing this remotely, and actually we want to just bring it out to people to have a good time. Come and join us, shoot the breeze with us, have a chat. We just want to share some love. So yeah, I don't know if anybody else has got anything to add, but that was my 2 pence.
I think the first thing to add is we should call it a pandemic instead of a pandemic now.
I like it. But
yeah. I think we used to have so much fun playing games. We just wanted to share it with people and share our brand of madness and bring people along for the ride. So I hope you enjoy it.
I'm here to become the most evil creature I can, really, but still be charming. Anyway.
Sorry, my laptop. Sorry. I'm here to roll dice. It's great. No, it's been great. This, obviously, always loved rolling dice and D&D and stuff, but especially, keeping this thing going through lockdown when, we're all kind of on our ones. You know what I mean? It's been more than just a bit of a lifesaver. This has been something that I've been really looking forward to. Every time we've done it, it's always been ace. It's always been a really good welcome relief. Love it. I love it.
Awesome.
Wicked. So before we kick off, then, just to reiterate, so we have got the guys with us for Monkey's Emporium, Monkey there in the bottom left. We've got Pete with Lost Boys Pizza. Go check their stuff out, man, because Monkey sells loads of retro games and shit and cool stuff, and Pete sells pizza as Lost Boys Pizza.
Amazing pizza.
Nationwide pizza. Monkeys is the best.
Charcoal base as well. You get black based pizza.
That's what we do. We're the world's only vampire pizzeria. We sell pizzas with bases as black as my soul. We're known, I guess, for being like a goth hub, an alt hangout, like a friendly space in Camden, which can sometimes be intimidating, or London, which can sometimes be intimidating. And yeah, I guess we express that through the medium of pizza. So yeah, we have a horror movie themed restaurant, cocktail bar, pizzeria, and now we sell pizza nationwide.
And I can't reiterate it enough. So I've had one, and I'm gluten free. And anyone else that it also struggles with those sorts of food allergies, finding a good pizza is next to impossible. So I'd gone years without having a good pizza, and I definitely rate Lost Boys. I love it. Thank you very much.
That's really nice. We worked really hard on the gluten-free bases, getting them to be, as tasty as possible. I think we do the only black gluten-free pizza in the world.
I've never encountered it elsewhere.
Yeah, it's super popular. It's super popular. Yeah, man, everyone's welcome. We try to be as inclusive as possible.
And check out Monkey's Auctions currently on Facebook. There was one last night. I crept in on and watched, had a bit of entertainment.
I get all the coolest shit from Monkey's Emporium.
Even if you don't buy anything, watch it for the entertainment value.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
I say nothing. I'm just ready to roll some dice. I am.
So yeah, it's interesting. So we are labelled this as Dragon Heist of Waterdeep. I'm aware you guys haven't got to Waterdeep yet, but I just thought our first session 1 is getting you to Waterdeep and just starting to lay bits of plot down as we go. So by the end of the session, it should be in sight.
So what you're telling me is this is the first session, and we've already had
a casualty 1 hour special.
Yeah.
But the good news is you're heading from the wilderness to a populated city, so it'll be much safer.
There'll be loads less danger in a populated city.
That's definitely how it works.
If I'm still riding, have we killed the troll yet?
Oh yeah, troll's down.
Yes. Yeah.
You killed the troll with your insult.
Oh, yeah. So I look across at the gnome, right? And I'm like, "He's quite a cool cat, doing it."
I have my moments.
I say to him, "Where are you from?"
Yeah, they're mainly the forest, but I had this feeling of unease. So I've, made my way across the realm, as it were, and, well, I found myself in this caravan.
Nice. Do you know anything about the city we're going to?
So,
Well, have I been to
Fireshare? Make me a history roll.
Oh, God.
And I'm desperately looking for what I've written about it. If you just give me a second. I've got a whole encounter built for it. 15. Yes, you are aware of bits about Fireshare. You are aware that it is it's probably the main port for hang on. It's the main port for the area. Yeah, so it's a mining city in the frozen far northwest of Faerun, on the coast west of the Ice Flow River, at the southern terminus of the Ten Trail, which you're currently on. So it's the main port for the Icewind Dale area. That was the word I was looking for. Icewind Dale. How could I forget that? It's behind me.
What time of day is it?
It is now the afternoon of day 4 of your travels.
Okay,
You
it's
are...
a 5-day trek?
Yeah, 5-day trek.
Are we in a kingdom still? Are we like in human world?
It's the very edge of the human world. This is the Arctic tundra. So the main population is the 10 towns that you've come from, where you were in Bryn Shander.
Yeah.
So your best way out of there, because you didn't have access to the flying castle anymore, was get to the coast, get a ship. Let's get somewhere warmer.
Yeah, got you. Cool.
Other than that, you've got to cross a lot of to get anywhere warmer. So,
we still have a guide with us, don't we?
Yeah. So the caravan, because a lot of the axe beaks scattered and the guys were trying to keep them under control, they've lost one axe beak to the troll, but that just had the goods that they were looking to sell when they get to Fireshare.
Awkward.
So they are able to redistribute it amongst the remaining pack axe beaks, as it were, because they're sort of like donkeys in terms of the amount that they can carry. But you guys are still there. Your friend, why have I lost his name now? Your friend is most grateful. Oh, friends, it is good that the heroes of the West Gate live up to their reputation. Had we been alone when the ice troll attacked, I fear it would be a different outcome, and no one would have heard of Harbour for then. He then points out and says, I don't know how much you know about ice trolls, but whilst they don't carry much treasure on them, I do know that it's possible to harvest the heart of them, which may fetch either a fair price from someone of a magical persuasion, or even you may be able to use yourselves for certain properties. I myself have no need of that. I will get all the money I need from the good sell. But friends, you got the kill. Feel free, we can wait whilst it.
Let's harvest the heart.
So you do cut into it, and you rummage around in the body and find. I didn't catch that. Sorry, Johnny.
I because of my jack of all trades feat, I can be proficient in medicine if I need to roll for anything. I think what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
But I'll shut up.
Well, you can make me either a medicine or
Dexterity,
either a medicine or survival roll to cut out the heart, and then I can give you some information about the heart as well. Once you've done that.
I've got -1 medicine, -1 medicine, -1 survival.
13.
Go on.
13. Okay. You successfully remove it because you'd laid half of its body out anyway with all the damage you did, and you sort of get your little hands in there and rummage around with a little knife you've got, and you're like, hey, I've got it. You kind of home in on where it's coldest. You can feel this. It's like radiating this aura of cold. Would someone any or all of you can make me a nature roll?
-1.
You can still go for it if you like.
Done.
You're all looking.
18.
Oh, nice.
7.
So Felix has got this pulsating heart. It's like a soft blue glow to it, and it's still sort of slightly quivering, and every now and again it lets out a beat. And Jeremiah, you remember that in your monk training there was a really boring lecture on anatomy, and then part of that was anatomy of fantastic beasts. And you heard that ice troll hearts, they remain cold even after the troll's destruction. As long as the troll can't regenerate, its heart can be safely removed from its remains. It can be handled and kept. An ice troll's heart, once removed, becomes a harmless tiny object, and it has immunity to all damage except fire. For the next 24 hours, it's crucial. So beyond 24 hours, you need to keep it as cold as possible. Okay. For the next 24 hours...
Sell it within 24 hours or dump it.
Or keep it cold to make it last longer.
Okay.
So you can extend it if you can keep it below 0.
Okay.
That if you...
Can I get some fabric? And can I get some ice? And then can I say to Jeremiah, can you help me roll this? And we roll it up like sushi. We put it in the bag of holding.
We roll it up, lick it. I conjure a little bit of instead of licking the razor, I conjure a little bit of fire from the 4 elements training, and I just put the wet ice to the dry ice and seal it in the bag of holding.
Cool. The bag of holding will do it. So if you eat the heart, you'll gain the ability to regenerate for 24 hours. If you bury it in the ground under a foot or more of earth, it will summon a blizzard like that created by control weather spell.
Oh, that's good.
Cool.
Certain unsavory characters can perform a ritual that turns it into a magical talisman that acts like a patch of brown mold.
What does that do? What does the talisman do?
It acts like a patch of brown mold, which is quite an unpleasant, poisoning and debilitating thing. But you have a talisman that you can send those effects out. And
so we've got an axe beat heart. We've got axe beat heart. It's going to be fresh for 24 hours. Then we have to either do something with it or refrigerate it if we want to sell it or pass it on. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Currently, it's refrigerated in your bag of holding because that's like a null zone. So
how do we set an alarm for 24 hours?
You can just go to your bag of holding and just, as long as you remember.
Okay.
Just take it out and pack it in ice again.
All right, cool.
So, you know that if you knew someone that was an alchemist or had alchemist supplies, they could get enough fluid out of the heart to create a potion of cold resistance.
So we're going to have to go and do that straight away when we get this bloody town then, and we.
Yeah.
I mean, now, regeneration for a day?
Yep, that's what it would be, unless you take acid or fire damage. So you've done that. You've done that with the heart. You've refrigerated it, so it's going to be another 24 hours before you need to repack it. And you set off. You have a night under the stars. Fonkin has his warm cube to keep you all comfortable at night. The next day comes around, and by late morning, you are approaching the town of whatever I said it was before.
I have a question, Mr. DM.
Okay.
Not that I've sustained any damage, but do we get a long or a short rest when we are...
You get a long rest. Yeah, good point.
Yes, Bushy. So all the key points back.
Yeah.
And full HP, yeah. Blissful. Okay.
So, like I say, mid to late morning, Fire Shear comes into view. It's a mining city. The end of the 10 trail. Harbeck is excited to see it. He's going to make quite a tidy penny from all the stuff that he's going to sell. This remote outpost is comprised of buildings dug out of rock and made of stone. They resemble igloos, which allow them to tolerate the bitter winds and heavy snows on the coast without collapsing. Many of the homes have deep cellars for storage of food for the harsh and isolating winters. It's the main trading point for merchants based in Icewind Dale to get their goods to the wider realm. There are many vessels leaving for all parts of the world laden with furs, knucklehead trout, gold, copper, and silver, which is mined from nearby. The city sits above cliffs carved with ramps that allow access to a shallow bay. The city's location was chosen because of the rich copper and silver veins in the area that were exposed by a violent event sometime in the past. City is ruled by a triumvirate of heads made of the 3 founding merchant houses. They're responsible for hiring adventurers when patrols or information are needed. There are only 2 taverns in the city, so conveniently enough, Harbeck passes on all this information. The first tavern is called the Singing Manticore, which is located in the northern part of the city. Felix, because you're a bard, give me a history roll.
I need my luck. No. Okay, I'll go back. Do you have to, if you go back, do you have to use a second one? Let me check. This is, I want to just 2 seconds.
Yeah, you do have to take the second roll.
Oh, well, I don't know nothing because I rolled a 1 plus 1.
Okay. The Singing Manticore, you sure you read about it in something? Because you're like Mr. Social Media of the realm. You are You have your finger on the pulse of all the gossip.
I'm sure they had. I'm convinced they had bears on poles and strippers. I'm sure they had like polar bears and
You know, cool,
strippers put their heads in the polar bears' mouths. I can't remember.
It's all blurring into one with your adventures. The other tavern is called the Drunken Dwarf, and this has quite a wild reputation because it's located quite near where the ships come in. So there's a lot of raucous sailors there. So it's largely filled with warehouses used for trade. There's a couple of general stores there. There's a temple to Ilmater. There's some odd scattered food stalls around, mainly selling fish-based food. And there's a number of ships that are in the port, which you'll be able to seek passage upon. So Harbeck bids you farewell outside his warehouse, which is in the centre of the city. He pays Felix and Jeremiah the agreed amount, which I think was 50 gold.
Nice.
For helping out.
25 each?
No, it's 50 each.
50 each.
Oh, wow.
Fonkin, you didn't have any money. You had to pay for your travel. You weren't a hero of the West Gate.
Fonkin did most of the damage. This is a fucking outrage.
So, you guys are in Fireshare. What would you like to do?
Go and find somebody to turn this fucking troll into this fucking thing if we got enough time. Well, we need to find a ship. No, should we go and find a ship? In fact, I look.
What don't you want to do?
I look at Funkin, and I got Funkin, dude. I really like your vibe. Are you heading south for the winter, so to speak? Oh, I like that.
Sounds like a rather splendid idea, that.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Are you proposing a travelling band of sorts?
I am proposing exactly that, sir. You seem to have pretty cool anywhere you were taking that sunshine vibe. Oh.
Well, this is a perfect accord for me, young sir.
Banging.
Funkin leans in close to you and says, but does the big man smile at all?
I think I hear this before he actually says it. I shuffle towards him and I drop my cloak and I say, I think you've probably got the wrong impression of me. We come off the back of a brutal battle and I was very excited. And I'm normally a little bit more calm and measured in my decision making and a little bit more effective. Thank you for joining us. I look forward to impressing you more in the future. And then I back up and go backwards.
Yeah. No, Judge, but no, Judge. I think it's something to do with the air. You see, the air's a bit thinner up there. And I don't, they struggle. That's what I think.
I'm nodding my head furiously with him in agreement, putting my trousers on.
I'm shaking my head in shame. Micro head shake, so you can just see the quill of the hood wobble.
Brilliant. So do you know what you want to do now?
Yeah, we want to go and
Find a boat.
You tell him, Fifi.
Let's find a boat. Yeah.
And I find a boat. Okay.
So how long has it been for us to get there with this ice heart?
It's early morning.
Yeah, early morning. So you've got until the afternoon before it needs to be refrozen, or you need to get rid of it.
And do we think, is the city big enough, or is it small enough that we can go and barter passage on a boat and then go somewhere that we think within a time frame?
Yeah. You can get around and do those things if you like.
Okay.
Depends what you want to do first and how long it will take you to to barter
Well,
for
I'm
passage.
thinking, at the end of the day, if we go and sort the boat first, they're not going to say, right, jump on board, we're off. You know, they'll say we need an hour to leave, or I'm assuming, unless it's like a taxi and they can just leave. I don't know. Do we know?
I mean, what would happen if you just threw the heart in the sea?
What's you know?
I'm not saying you should, although it would be amusing to see what had happened, but it was merely a thought that crossed my mind.
So I say, shall we split up? If you two go to find a boat, I'm gonna go and find a bag of cold in. You're not telling me this far north, right? There must be some kind of device or something I can get. How do they get all them fresh fish south? How the fuck they do that?
Brilliant.
Fresh fish. Maybe they just swim with them there.
Maybe they're born there.
Never mind. I like it. You go and find your bags, and me and the big lad we'll go and secure a boat.
Yes.
Okay.
Are we meeting at an inn, or are we picking a corner of a street and making ourselves look like, you know, young fillies of the night?
I say, I'll follow your lead. I've got good performance, intimidation, and I can convince people to do things. If you see someone or a ship that you like, then I'm sure that I can bend their ear favorably.
I look up at the sun and I say, we will reconvene at the let's go to the rough one first. We might not stay there. Let's go and see this dwarf place. 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. That's when it's about there in the sky. The sun is about there.
Okay, yes, at the Dwarven Inn, yes.
Bye. And I trottle off with a bass drum, right, singing Silent Night. Silent Night, Holy Night.
Amazing.
Brilliant. So let's stick with Fonkin and Jeremiah then. So you're heading down to the ships, I guess, to see if you can secure passage.
Yeah.
There are 6 ships currently. As you approach them, the first one is called the Narwhal. They require 200 gold pieces to carry you to as they head south.
Is that
They're
each person?
primarily-
Is that each person or the whole party?
It's 200 each.
Okay.
They're primarily a trading ship, so they're loading up currently with furs and gold ore and silver ore. The next one is called the Asturias, and they only require 100 gold pieces each, but they're going to take quite a convoluted journey. They're going to stop at every port, so they're actually going to call into Luskan, which is the pirate city first, and then they're going to then Neverwinter before they go down to Waterdeep. So they've got quite a few stops, so it'll take a while, but it's
Funkin
100
doesn't
gold each.
actually know where these two want to end up. They just said, are you going south?
Yep.
So once we get down there so far, we're going to be like, so do you actually know where we want to go?
Me?
Well, I'm not. Who else? What?
We're going to Waterdeep, no?
Waterdeep. Okay, fine. Yes, I just agreed to travel with you.
I thought the halfling had filled you in. I thought the halfling had told you what was going on. Sorry.
No, he just said go south. You
I'm
know.
sorry. I've been in my own little world for a day or so.
Yeah, you were recovering from an overzealous troll. I understand.
Doing my, core breathing exercises. Trying to let go of some shame.
Yes.
So
yes.
The next ship you come across is called Unsinkable 2.
Oh, yes.
And Unfortunately, this is it's a largely human crew with a couple of half elves. They've got a strict no gnome policy because they think gnomes are bad luck at sea.
No, we're not having them. They're out. Veto. Love all, sail all.
The Fair Wind is another ship, but that's not calling at Waterdeep. That's going much further south.
How far south is it? Do we have to go to Waterdeep?
No. you can inquire.
Also not further south. I'm thinking like Tropical Island.
They're going south of Baldur's Gate. So the last one is called the Uncivil Serpent. Sorry, oh no, the second last one is called the Uncivil Serpent. And this is clearly a badly disguised pirate ship. And they sort of look you up and down and they go...
Sorry, one more time. It's clearly a what?
Badly disguised pirate ship. Now, their fee is only 20 gold pieces each. But you can make an investigation roll. Because you're
in the nose leader, yeah. I am giving off nega vibes.
Okay. So the last ship is called the Big Bounty. And it's got quite a jolly captain on it. I don't know if these guys. Okay, and he's like stood on deck, and there's a little lad behind him, like a cabin boy, sat at a table.
Is his name Rod?
I was thinking that in my head.
Actually, let me see, where did I write this one? Right, oh damn it, I can't find it. Right, so he's Captain Harlock, and he's like, "Oh, welcome, welcome, travellers. How fare thee?" Sorry, what was that? Can you hear me? He says, welcome, travellers. How fare thee?"
Over to the gnome.
Oh, hello. Well, as fine and dandy as it is to be in this fine city of something. Tell me, how much would it be for passage on your ship for 3? Well, actually, it's more 2 because I'm a gnome and there's a halfling and there's this. I'm sorry, I don't even know what your name is. And he's looking up at you, Jeremiah.
Look, just call me Jezza.
Well, there's a gnome, there's a halfling, and there's a Jezza that would like passage to Waterdeep. Are you going to Waterdeep?
Oh, yeah. We're taking in Waterdeep shortly. We'll be leaving on the evening tide. So you say there's 3 of you, but 2 of you are smaller. Yeah, if you're willing to share a hammock between the 2 of you, we can come to some sort of accord. He goes, tell you what, are you gambling folks at all?
I look at him and I say, who wants to answer highs and lows?
And he says, well, I have a little wager for you then. He says, normally I would only charge 50 gold pieces per passenger to go to Waterdeep. But little Timmy there, the cabin boy, he's had a good run of luck. And we spent the last voyage, me and the lads, teaching him how to arm wrestle. We taught him some advanced techniques, as it were. So if you can beat him in an arm wrestle, you can all come for free.
Yeah, I look at the gnome. I look at his 10-inch arms, shoulder to wrist, and I disengage my core for a moment and let the blood flow from my shoulders through to my fingertips and feel the Bruce Lee-like tensile properties of my own biceps, triceps, and forearms bulging. And I look at him, and in the most passive-aggressive, humble manner, I say, "Sure, we can arm wrestle."
Brilliant. He says, "Okay, so yeah, little Tim is just down there. So tell you what, yeah, you guys go up and see to him, and we can start this arm wrestle. I'll get the crew round, and we'll all have a look, see how it goes."
As we're walking down, I'm like, I don't think little Timmy is the young man that's there. I think, like when somebody says, "Oh, that small person," and they actually mean they're quite large.
I don't have good intelligence or nature, so this washes over me because of the blood pulsing through my overvascular biceps, forearms, and shoulders, like the Ultimate Warrior on the first day of the on cycle.
Little Timmy is he's like a 10-year-old kid. He's sat on a chair and his feet don't quite touch the ground because the chair's a lot higher, and he's in front of a barrel. So the barrel's laid end on, so it's a flat surface. And he's like, "All right, mister, so you want to arm wrestle? You're arm wrestling for free passage, are you?"
That's correct.
He says, "I should warn you, I have learnt some very advanced techniques." And
I say nothing. I just take his eye, put my elbows on the table, and censor my breath, and I get ready to psych him out.
he
I was wrong. It is the small one.
he puts his hand there, spits in the palm, and goes, "Come on then, mister, let's go for it."
I kind of want to make him feel like he's winning. And then when he thinks he's got it all won and he stops using any effort, I want to kind of do that one. Where you go to... Hold on, where's the camera? Where you go to like that. I want to do that. So I don't know if that's performance or sleight of hand or acrobatics or deception, but that's what I'm going to do.
Well, what will happen first is it's going to be an opposed strength. But as you go to join hands, he goes, and he coughs. It's just like, he goes, "Hang on a minute," and he picks up a tankard next to him of water. He goes, "I just got to clear my throat." And he takes a drink. He goes, "Okay, here we go," and he puts his hand there ready. So you take his hand and you start the strength check.
All I have to do is beat him, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You've got nothing to lose. You've not. The only thing is, it'll either be a free trip or it'll cost you 50 gold.
Yeah, fine. I grip his hand, and my mindset is that I'm going to let him try and take me over, and at the last minute when he gives up and starts laughing, I'm going to try and slam him down.
Okay. So give me a strength roll.
Strength roll. Wait, where's strength? +3? Is a dirty 20.
Ooh. So you got 20 in total. Okay, yeah. So you let him do this, you get over and you're nearly on the board, and you then like, right, now's the time to finish this and end him. And you go to start putting the pressure on, and it's like pushing against a brick wall. And then Timmy locks eyes with you. And he's just like, "Okay there, mister?" And he's not even breaking a sweat.
Okay. Okay. In which case, can I summon the spirit of Han Solo and sneak out my one of magic missiles and just let off 2 charges under the table at him?
You go to attack.
2 charges should be enough that no one else knows that they've gone off, but that he gets started enough that I can. He gets started enough that I can kind of.
So you're going to attack this kid with with a magic missile.
Oh, Valentine's Day.
Okay.
I'm not worried. I'm just thinking it's a boat. While
I'm watching this, I'll be like, kind of peering round, looking at your face, and then looking at the young kid, and be like,
You're welcome to snatch the one down my hand and stop me doing this at any point.
I would point out. So this is metagame. As a child, he has 4 hit points.
You can say it's non-lethal damage, though, right?
Yeah.
There's non-lethal damage.
So you're just doing 1 charge at him. So you can roll a d4 to see if you knock him unconscious.
I love it. We're not allowed on any boats now, Felix. Sorry, why? Oh, Jezza killed a kid. I
rolled a 1, and it should be enough to just startle him. It should be enough to just startle him, and just that's all we're looking to do is win the arm wrestle.
All I'm saying is, right, last game, I nicked a few coins from a church, right? I had to roll some kind of thing to see if I went evil. If he kills a kid, I want him to fucking go more than that.
I'm not trying to kill him, I'm trying to win the arm wrestle.
It did startle him, but all it means is you've gone back over and you're pushing back, and now he's done what you were aiming to do, and he stopped you. He's like 3 inches from hitting the wood, so you now need another strength check.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh.
9.
Oh.
He got a 13. He rolled badly, but it's like a few inches, and then he's just like, "Oh, sorry about that, mister." And then he just starts to slowly pull your arm back, and then he gently, like almost like a lover's touch, just rests the back of your hand on the top of the barrel, and he goes, "Oh, never mind. I did tell you I've been practicing."
And I laugh, kind of coyly, a bit like John Travolta in Grease. Don't make me laugh. And I say, you arm wrestle very well. I could have beaten you, but I'd like to offer you 200 gold pieces to take me and the rest of my tight compadres on your ship.
And he's like, so the captain goes, "Well, sure." He said, "I'll tell you what, I'm an honest sailor. My word is my bond. I said it was only 50 gold each, so 150 for the 3 of you." He says,
"I'll pay it."
Yeah. So you now have passage on the...
I'm going to shuffle up to the captain there and go, "For that price, I want my own hammock."
And he looks down at you and goes, "Sure, little man, no problem."
And it's little known to you.
Cool. So you guys have secured. Did you enjoy being embarrassed by a little child?
I'm just. It's more the way I'm rolling. That's embarrassing.
He had a potion of giant strength anyway, so.
I figured he was about to just morph into some sort of like monster.
Swig that beer, he swigged the drink at the front.
I thought he was going to go full like Power Rangers badge, like a season level.
He was strength 25, so he did well.
Yeah, that's the right thing.
Cool. Felix, you are merrily wandering around the city, singing, banging your drum, and you were looking for somewhere to offload the heart, wasn't it? Is that what was on your mind?
Right. First of all, we're going to do 2 things really quick. I would like to sort out this heart, pick up some nice food for this boat trip, because I don't really know how long this boat trip is, but I ain't fucking eating rat again. Rat a la fucking boat.
What was it, the children?
But if I can go back with some nice fish for Jeremiah, maybe, or like cured meats or breads or stuff, I think I'd be happy. Yeah, if I could do that, and then just like some, or either to get this troll's art sorted out and treated, or something to keep it in until we get to somewhere that we can get it done, whichever.
Cool. So you're wandering around this city that you're not familiar with. You're singing your heart out. You're just enjoying life. You you're sure you're going to be getting away from this cold place, so you're quite upbeat, but you're not really concentrating on where you're heading to, or you don't really know what place you're looking for because you're just wandering around seeing what happens. And it's then that you come across it's odd because a lot of the buildings here, as we'd said, are stone or they're warehouses. But this one, it's like a wooden shop front. And it's got like a nice bay window, and it's got an oval doorway. And you look at you like go up and look at the glass, but you can't see through the glass because it's like got a smoked effect on it. And you're like, oh, what is this? And you look up, and as you look up above the door, it says Emporium Absentis. And you're looking up and you're Emporium Absentis, what is that? And then the door opens and this mist, like tentacles of mist, just seep out of the doorway. Would you like to go in?
Yes. Net for traps.
Okay, make me an investigation roll.
Okay. So, that's good. That is good. A lot, like 19.
Brilliant. There are no traps in this doorway.
Excellent. I'm going to wander on inside and have a look.
Okay, so you get in there, walking through the door, the waft of mist laps around your feet, and a far-off bell rings. Ding-ling-ling-ling-ling. Mist swirls around the floor of the shop, and it obscures the full extent of the room. It's very dark inside, and sort of, like I say, this mist's everywhere. But there's inside the Emporium many mystical treasures lying around on shelves and in cabinets. So you're wandering around as you, like I say, you're not sure how big this place is. First of all, you see there's two long metal tubes connected by a curious wooden shape, and it looks like a strange object. There's a box full of what appear to be metal pineapples with little rings in the top. There's a large glass tank with a writhing black tentacle. There's a curious metal frame with two thin wheels at either end. There's a huge red dragon head in a glass cabinet, and the eyes are blinking and following you. Black smoke wafts out of the two nostrils and drifts lazily in this glass cabinet. There's a silver metal arm lying on a table, and what's strange about it, other than being all metal, is that there's a blade, a long sharp blade, attached to the end of it, so that it's sprung out across the top of the hand. There's a black bowl-shaped hat with a half-smoked cigar. The smoke is still wafting up from the cigar. A curious black and metal rock with wires emerging from it, sparks with occasional lighting in another box. You'll eventually come to a wall, and there's a large pair of 8-foot ivory fangs propped up against the wall. And then finally, there's a metal door hanging from this wall next to these 8-foot fangs. And inside it is what appears to be a human encased in metal like this. And there's some mystical lights and some mystical lit up squares on one side. You've walked down past that and you come to a counter, a wooden counter, and from the shadows behind it, a well-dressed gentleman in an elegant black silk top hat, holding a silver-tipped cane and with a monocle over one eye. He looks at you and he goes, "Ah, welcome, Felix. I've been expecting you. However, where are your friends?"
Well, Mr. Wonka, they've gone off to find the boat, but I have this funny feeling you will know her.
Of course, I was just teasing. Now, you have a choice to make. You can either go and get your friends and return, or we can just carry out dealings between ourselves and you need never tell your friends that we encountered each other for now. The choice is yours.
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
It felt when I came through the door as if this could be like almost another dimension.
Is it a distant galaxy, perhaps?
I don't know.
Far
maybe.
away.
Far away, yeah.
And he chuckles and goes, Young Felix, you always were the perceptive one. You are right. This place exists out of time and space as you know it.
So I could go and get him, come back here, and we would have enough time because technically we could come back. Pocket dimension. I don't know how time works.
Let me just...
Another dimension in it. I don't know. I'm just, I'm not very good at this stuff. I sing about songs and stuff, and I kind of guess. I guess the laws of magic physics. And
He says, I can see this troubles you greatly, Felix. You are better with your friends around.
yeah,
You are each more than the sum of the parts, he says.
that's true.
He waves his hand and the door appears behind you. And he says, as this is your first visit, I shall ensure the shop will be here when you come back with your friends.
I look him up and down. I curtsy.
He nods.
And then I leg it back down the door. Playing my bagpipes.
Brilliant. So the other guys just come off the big bounty gangplank and they hear you before they see you. So Felix...
I'm a big toothbrush, you're a green toothbrush.
Very fun.
So you all meet up on the dock. Felix has a tale to tell of a shop, I'm guessing.
I look at them both and I go, why are you sitting on the dock of the bay? Why don't we? Why don't we?
Just watching the ships coming in,
Why don't,
going out.
While she was sitting on the dock of the bay, why don't we move on and go to the shop at the top of the bay?
The top of the shop, at the top of the bay.
That's the one.
We can do that, Felix, but the ship rolls out with the tide. Oh, no, wait, I got that wrong. The tide. The ship. The tide. Never mind. I thought there was a tune there, but it's gone now. I forgot it.
I cast Greater Restoration on the gnome.
You feel a slight tingle down your spine.
Well, if I knew it was that kind of party, I would have come prepared.
Come on, then. I'm glad to be back in your aura again. It's bloody cold out there, let me tell you. This way, if you're coming with me, I think we're going to get some goodies.
Well, Jezza, come along now.
Yes. I hobble along, pretending I'm centering my breathing, but actually laughing my socks off.
As we're walking, I turned to my little gnome friend and I said, "Did you get a boat? Was it okay?"
No, it was brilliant. Yeah, the captain's very nice, and the Jezza, he only had to lose to a small boy for an arm wrestle for it to be great, but he paid for us, so I wasn't going to argue with him really. I did think he was going to hurt him at one point, though. I have to say.
I overhear this, and I'm like, at least I didn't shoot him.
He has a point.
I think I need to say some prayers.
Felix.
What is it about this shop, Felix? That what? I mean, have you found a place for the ice heart to go?
I don't know. All I know is this is some trans-dimensional shit going on here. This place is giving off good vibes. I like the energy. I like the vibe. You know, maybe some kind of on-tap caffeine machine in the corner, sofa area, occasional acoustic artist, and you've got a vibe going on in this place.
Very good. Very good. Well, let's go and see what. Do you know what it's called?
Le something Emporium. No.
Okay, good.
But the guy who worked there was definitely called Brian.
Brian. An unusual name, but well, very an unusual place.
Brian the Stickweed, they call him.
Brian the what? Brian the Stickweed.
Stick.
Ah.
Excellent. So Felix leads you unerringly to this mysterious shop that doesn't seem to fit the aesthetic of all the other buildings. So above the shop is the sign that says Emporium Absentis. And upon your approach, the door opens by itself and Mist is in the doorway. I presume you all go in?
Yeah.
I lead the way. I'm through the door. I'm showing I'm checking for traps. 6.
No traps whatsoever. You confidently stride through the doorway. The door shuts behind you, and mist is everywhere. And then the door's no longer behind you, and you see some of these strange things. Felix had babbled about some of them. You know, the metal door hanging on the wall with the guy like that, and strange square lights. And then, sure enough, a counter appears, and there's this gentleman in the silk top hat with a silver-tipped cane and a monocle over one eye. And he goes, "Ah, excellent. We're all here now. Isn't this cozy? Well, gentlemen, my name is not Brian." He says,
I
just thought
suppose
I'd clear that up.
you've forgotten, is it?
He goes, "Allow me to introduce myself properly now that you're all here." He says, "My name is Maximilian Perdita. You may call me Max, if you wish. I welcome you to my emporium. I have watched your exploits, and I can see that there are many great things in your futures. These are things that I feel would be best served by the emporium. So, to start things off, I thought it would only be right that for sponsoring your activities, as it were, I offer you each a gift." And he goes, "Let me just look you up in the tome." And he reaches under the counter and he pulls out this massive, dusty, leather-bound book, and he slams it on the table. Dust goes, poof. And then he goes, "Felix first, I think. Let me see." And he opens some pages and he turns to the F's. And he's going down and he's going, Felix Big Bottom. No, Felix Crack Bottom. No, bear with me, I'll get there in the end. Felix Dull Bottom, Felix Full Bottom. And he goes, "Oh, hang on." And he reaches for a curious see-through object with like a thin blue line. And he goes to the paper and he like scribbles up one out and goes, No. He's gone. Oh, shame. And you see that there's blue scribbles go through the name. And then he puts that curious object back down. He goes, "Felix Side Bottom, no. Felix Slick Bottom, no. Small Bottom, ah." Are you all right? And he goes, "Felix Small Bottom, here you are. Yes, let me look it up." And he goes, oh, that's who we've been saving it for. Okay, bear with me." And then he goes through this black curtain behind the counter And then he comes back like a second later, and he's carrying a thick, rough crafted leather belt with hard brass buckles that have got like bearded faces on. And he hands it over to you and he goes, "Young Felix, this is for you."
Thank you, Brian.
And then he goes, "Next, Jezza. Yes, step forward, Jeremiah, let me see." And he turns the pages to the J's and he starts going down again. He goes, Jeremiah Borkin, Jeremiah Carstein, Jeremiah Dingle, Jeremiah Flatfoot, no, Jeremiah, I'll be there in a minute. Jeremiah Hamhock, no, Jeremiah Havoc. Here we go. Okay, yes, this won't take me long to get. And he goes through the black curtain. 1 second later, he comes back and he's got a small ebony box. It's got a little hinged lid on it. Looks like a nicely carved snuff box. And as he hands it to you, he just opens it up and there's what looks like snuff powder in. And he goes, there's 5 uses in there, but I'm sure you'll have a good time with that. And he hands it over to you. And then finally, he looks up and over the counter and he goes, Fonkin, I can see you hiding down there.
Fonkin's gonna. Sorry, what?
He turns to the F's and he goes, Fonkin Arkin, Fonkin Bellhop, Fonkin Craddock, Fonkin Gherkin, Fonkin Honkin, Fonkin Honkin the Second, Fonkin Philippith. Here you are. Okay. And again, he goes through the curtain, comes back a second later, and he has what looks like a silver tree branch with like gold metal berries on. And he gently hands it to you very carefully. He goes, there you go, Fonkin. Look after that for me. Okay. So he says, what I would ask, let me just see.
Sorry, give me 1 sec, guys. Sorry, got work.
Yeah, no worries.
Can I roll a Nuji, my floppy?
Insight.
I want to check what my thing does.
He will tell you shortly, but you can roll if you like to see if you recognise it.
Well, no, I tell you what I would like to do, right? Which is very sneaky. When you're going through them list of names, he pulled something out, right?
Yeah.
I didn't catch what the name next to that person was.
What, one of the other names?
It was, and because he pulled something out, and he went, "Oh, that's the wrong person," and he put it back and had a blue.
Oh yeah. That's on the counter. It's like a clear, looks to you like a glass tube with a thin blue line and a metal point on the end.
Can I roll an Arcana check on it or something?
Yeah, you can roll an Arcana check.
13. 13, 13, 14, 15, 16!
So this looks to you like a magical writing quill. That when you pick it up and place it on like a piece of paper or parchment, it leaves behind what looks like ink. So it doesn't look like any writing quill you've ever seen, though. Like I say, it looks like a glass. I mean, you can feel free to touch it if you want. So you're expecting it to be glass, but it's not cold like glass would be. It just feels the normal temperature that room would. Feels almost like shell on the outside.
I look at Brian and I say, "Is it for sale?" This.
And he goes, "Oh, well, I'm sure we can come to some arrangement there, young Felix. Like I say, things aren't for sale per se here. What I would ask is, obviously, the belt you've been given, your first gifts are free, but then anything else, I would expect some token from your adventures that will allow me to remember and reminisce and record in a big book what's been happening out in the various worlds. So what do you have to offer from your recent adventures?
I look at Jeremiah and I say, lead on, sir. And I start pulling this heart out of the...
I hold open the bag of holding and help him unravel this heart. Like we're rolling out a red carpet.
Okay. He looks at it and goes, I mean, yeah, that's a good start, but I'm thinking more of a Thessal Hydra head, if you perhaps have one of those.
A wall?
I stamp on the halfling's foot for a second, and I catch his eye, and I'm like, "That's so Hydra."
I remember.
He goes, I mean, if you don't have a Thessal Hydra head, if you have any trans-dimensional transportation fruit, I mean,
No.
that would be equally valuable.
In terms of Thessal Hydras, I mean, what did you have in mind, and your purpose, or what's the other word? Purchase for a Thessal Hydra head, like.
Well, why Felix is after this intriguing device, and he holds up this clear tube with a thin black line in it and a metal point on the end.
And I look at Fifi and I say, to be fair, it does stink, this Thessal Hydra head. It's making my furs smell. It's making everything everything else in the bag of holding stink, including the heart.
Yeah.
Should we just offload the Thessal Hydra head?
Oh, yeah, man. If you want to give it to him.
Cool. So you reach into your bag of holding, pull out the Thessal Hydra, and he looks at it and goes, oh, marvellous. I mean, the slice work on the neck there where you cleaved it is second to none. I mean, this was amazing. I saw it happen, but didn't realise it was such fine work. And he takes it and puts it below the counter. And then he goes, here you go, Felix. And he hands you over basically a ballpoint pen. But you don't know that. It's a magical writing stick.
I'm in.
I snatch it off him and I write into the countertop, Jazzart was here.
And Maximilian chuckles at that. And he says, it always amazes me that you can spell your own name sometimes. So he then looks again at Felix and he goes, so how do you like your belt of dwarven kind, young Felix?
Oh, now then, I'm going to have a check of this belt of dwarven kind because I haven't got a terribly good beard. And I
says, you don't have a good beard? The belt can take care of that for you.
Yeah, I was just checking. I think I can roll every day to see if I grow a beard, which I'm very excited about. And I'm trying to see what other stuff it does as well, but I can't find it. Keep going, Bob.
Okay. So then he turns to Jezza, and he indicates the small snuff box that he gave you, and he says, in there you'll find, as I say, 5 uses of Dust of Disappearance. I would advise you not to use it like snuff because it tends to make your nose vanish for a short while.
Dust of Disappearance, 5 uses. Yep. Go on.
And finally, to Fonkin, he goes, and I trust you will find good uses for the bell branch that I have handed over to you.
What?
Does it?
The bell branch. BELLBRANCH. Usable only by warlocks and wizards. No, druids and warlocks even.
I can't find this bloody belt.
Okay, I've got it up on here. I can tell you what it does.
Oh, cool.
Your con score increases by 2. You have advantage on charisma persuasion checks with dwarves. And you have a 50% chance each day of growing a full beard.
I instantaneously put it on and attuned to it.
You also have advantage on saving throws against poison and resistance against poison damage. You get dark vision out to 60 feet. And you can speak, read, and write Dwarvish.
I'm loving being a dwarf. I stand there and I go, hi, ho!
Does anyone else want to know what their thing is? Any more?
I know mine.
You got yours, yeah?
I've got mine, yes.
Go on.
So so the silver implement is shaped like the tree branch and is strung with small golden bells. It has 3 charges and it regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn. As a bonus action, I can expend 1 charge to detect the presence of aberrations, celestials, constructs, elements, fey, fiends, or undead within 60 feet.
Nice.
If such creatures are present. And as an action, I could expend 1 charge to cast protection from evil and good.
That's good.
That's nice.
Yeah, man.
Have you found your dust of disappearance, Jeremiah?
I have. Found in a small packet, this powder resembles very fine sand. There's enough of it for 1 use. Using it in an action to throw the dust in the air, you and each creature and object within 10 feet of you become invisible for 2d4 minutes. Duration is the same for all subjects. Dust is consumed when its magic takes effect. If a creature affected by the dust attacks or casts a spell, the invisibility ends for that creature.
So it's 5 free uses of invisibility within like 10 feet. So you can make everyone invisible.
Yes. But cool. as soon as someone invisible casts a spell or attacks, they lose invisibility.
Yeah. Okay, and with that, he goes, so, my fine friends, I trust you'll go out into the world and get many more adventures.
Nice.
And he says, let me see.
I start to tune into the ink stick.
Brilliant. Right, there's one final bit.
Funkin is just he's while he's holding this branch, he's then going to look up and he's like, I feel like there's a catch somewhere, and then he only from accepting this gift. Are you a fae?
I drop my thing. I drop it. I'm like, wow.
He goes, oh no, not a fae. Their magic's so petty and always carries bad effects. He says, no, I'm just a interdimensional procurer of interesting things. And as long as you're finding interesting things, I will have a vested interest in your health and well-being.
Nice.
Did anybody else understand the word he just said?
He says, no? You are one of many bands that we have set out into the various different multiverses to collect things for us.
Right.
Everybody knows there's only 2 dimensions. We all know this one and the other side. Don't be silly. Hello, we all know there's gods if you want to believe that. But now we're talking mental multi-dimensions.
And all the spaces in between.
It's just turtles all the way down.
So, as his parting statement, he just says, never fear, we'll always be watching for your adventures. He says, however, when you look for the Emporium, it won't be there. When you need the Emporium but can't find it, then it will appear. And then he gestures and the doorway is behind you all.
Wait. If you need it and you can't find it, then it will be there. But that would have meant that we have found it. And how can we have found it if we can't find it when we need it?
And he goes, some questions in the universe do not require an answer. This is one of those.
as he gets as Funky gets led away, he's just going to be muttering like, "I still don't understand. Who would have thought? It makes no sense. Maybe this is a person thing."
I'm leading him by the arm, and I'm going. We'll get a nice beer down there. Sat down. Silly work now. Be okay.
Excellent. So you exit there. You are shortly going to be off on a boat. Did you wish to repack the troll heart, or what did you want? Did you want to attempt to sell it while you're there, or what do you want to do?
General stores, bag of clothing, bit of food on a boat. I would say beer, grog. If there is some kind of, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's go.
Cool.
I mean,
Yeah.
We're going to Waterdeep, so whatever we want to buy, I'm pretty sure they'll have it there.
We have
They're
plenty.
essentials. Sorry, Jezzo? I just... What?
We have plenty already. We'll be fine till then at least.
Okay.
So in terms of food, you can call off at one of the food stalls. There's a variety of fish for sale. There's pickled, smoked, jellied and potted fish, which is all available for a very reasonable price. It costs coppers, just a couple of coppers.
I'm like, I don't know if it's somewhere that's nice. There's nice food. I can go. There's 5 gold per person a day. Feed us well.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll push a boat out. I'll buy Jeremiah a blanket because he's like a monk, so he don't wear much. I know it's going to be cold still on that boat, and I don't think he's recovered from fighting that troll. To be honest with you, hasn't been the same really. How many days is it?
Too many.
The travel. It's going to be about 8 days by boat.
For 8 times 3 years, I can't do the maths.
24.
24. So if I do like gold a day per person, 24 golds, all right?
Yeah, that's all good.
The crew, right? Keep morale up. I'll put some extra in for that. This nice little trip across. Nobody stabbing us in the back or fucking trying to shoot us in the bollocks under the table or fucking wand, the window, whatever it is.
So you get all the provisions you require, and you head to the boat. You sail out on the evening tide, and that you attune to all your magic items while you're on the boat, and that is where we will end for today.
Oh.
And next time we will pick it up as you enter Waterdeep.
Can I just really quickly for the next while we're doing the ship, while we're on the ship, can I be fashioning? So out to the end of my trumpet, I want to like saw the end off and like make it nice like that, and then give it to the gnome, and it's like a horn. We can just. I don't think he's old. I just think he's a bit deaf.
In terms of known years, he's actually quite young. But yeah, appreciate that.
He's only 92, isn't he?
Yeah.
But he's still a lot older than me and Jeremiah, so we're kind of like, well, and we've had Myrtle around. We've had Myrtle, and Myrtle's like,
how old is Myrtle? 500?
Yeah, he was senile.
It's like caring for community, isn't it?
It is. You're caring for the elderly. It's nice. Brilliant. Man. So there we go. Well done, guys.
Well done, DM. That was super.
So
thanks, G. Wicked.
Yeah, that was wicked. It was wicked.
It was all about getting to Waterdeep rather than starting the heist.
That's cool. So next session is Sunday daytime.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Is that-
It'll have to be afternoon though, because
Yeah.
I'm more than like going to one of these. I think I got to another live auction with the market. So
What time in the afternoon? Like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 2 o'clock?
Yeah, just when you know in the week, Jay, just let us know, Bob. It's fine.
thank you.
I'll put two till midnight.
All right, man.
Would say thank you to our viewers.
Yes, beat me to it. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
And thank you to Monkey's Emporium, Lost Boys Pizza, and Shea Glass Games. Nice.
Yeah, thanks, guys. If you have enjoyed, I don't know, there, Johnny's mum. If you have enjoyed it, give us a follow, give us a like. You know, just. But yeah, it's been cool. Thanks, guys. Wicked.
Brilliant stuff. Thank you very much.
Right. Till next time. Peace and love.